Forgot? You thought that just because it was a holiday that we wouldn't be live? I said if football is played, we will be streaming that night. And I certainly won't drop the ball after the great day of football we had today. I have so much to discuss. So welcome to the Hunnaball stream if you're filing in or if I'm talking into the void. Either way, I'm happy to be here. Happy Turkey Day. Ashkan is here. Listen, Ashkan, you're a sports bettor. I'm sure you can appreciate this. Blake and I did this thing, the Underdog Thanksgiving. Blake, me, and this other fella. You know him. And we did an Underdog Thanksgiving. 3-way parlay. Every underdog money line. I talked to people. They're like, why didn't you go with the points? Pick the spread. Come on. And sure enough, it hit. The green screen's going to be screwing with me all day, but I don't care. Because again, it is an Underdog Thanksgiving. Otis is here. Ravens and the Chiefs lost convincingly, the greatest day ever. See? Everyone's having fun. Besides my green screen. Come on. Come on, man. It's a great day. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. I'm going to pretend like the green screen doesn't bother me. That's going to last about 20 seconds. Let me get the music going. If it'll work. There it is. Now we're rolling. Now we're going. Yep. We got 3 people in here. Mohammed's here. Drop a like if you haven't already. Again, it is an Underdog Thanksgiving. I don't know how this one's going to do. I don't know if a lot of people are like with their families or, you know, ready to talk ball. But either way, I'm happy if you made it out. Let's see what we can do here. Okay. I think we're in good shape for now. We're in good shape for now with the green screen. I'm not thankful for your channel, Hannah. Come on, Jarv. I'm thankful for all you guys. Should we go around? I'm thankful that Shane Bowen's no longer the coach of the Giants or defensive coordinator. I'm thankful that Andre Josivas finds a way to score important drives. You know who I'm not thankful for? Really quick, and this is no one's going to talk about this at all. Mitchell Tinsley, man. This guy, man, he got 9 targets, 2 grabs. This guy was sick in the preseason, and he really dropped it tonight. He couldn't secure anything. It ended up not mattering, but just wanted to throw that out there. Mitch Tinsley. I believed in you, man. I was going to pick this guy up in fantasy. All right. How should we do this? I think the best approach to have here to discuss these games, and obviously, guys, as usual, feel free to throw your 2 cents in the chat. I'd be happy to hear. We win it on Monday, so I'll be thankful for that. Yeah, there it is. I actually have good vibes for the Giants this Monday. Waiting all day for Monday night. The Patriots are due for a loss. The Giants, Jackson Dart's coming back. Eventually, the interim coach boost has to work at least one of these games, right? Hunnaball Senior, happy Thanksgiving, Hermano. Thank you, Hermano. American Dragon Son is here. Let's go. Let's see. Maybe we can get Gale in here. We can talk about how terrible Trevor is. Don't know where that's coming from. Just, you know, the more I think about it, the more sour I've gotten on Trevor Lawrence. But again, started Dart over Mahomes this week. Mahomes had 29 points, so better show up. He will. Dart will show up. I got a good feeling. You guys this is me in rare spirits. Hunter in a good mood talking about football in November. That is not something I'm used to. Has nothing to do with the Giants, but hit a pretty swift bet today, so I'm happy. We're going to get the lead and finally not blow it for once. Yeah, well, I would like, just don't get the lead. At a certain point, Giants, just don't, like, they're not listening. But, like, just, you know, just lose, man. You don't have to break everyone's heart every single time. All right, let's talk about this game. Now, you look at the box score and you're like, God, 24 for 46. I'm just gonna assume that some of you guys didn't watch the whole every single game in full because you know there was a holiday. But if you watched every game down to down, you know it was a good day of football. It really was. Sorry, I missed all of Sunday and Monday. My friend hosted a 3-day. Otis, it is all good, man. Sad I missed Shador week. Well, it's still on the channel, so if you ever want to revisit history, you know, there you are. Games were fun today. Lamar Jackson, you are a Falcon. What would be the cost for the Falcons to get Lamar Jackson? It would definitely be more than 2 1s, which they could have got when he was like a protected or conditional free agent, whatever that was, or a restricted free agent, something. I don't remember. But, I mean, and the Falcons don't even have a first-round pick to send. So what are we talking about here? They'd have to send like their whole draft for the next 2 years. Again, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Derrick Henry had 10 carries, 60 yards. Granted, most of his like stats were kind of being padded by one long run. But Derrick Henry, I don't know why Baltimore is just so averse to getting him the ball. It seems very simple, very easy. Hand it to the running back. Because, again, I bet the Bengals money line. I did not want to see the ball go to Derrick Henry. And thankfully it didn't. Hell, Rasheen Ali had 4 carries. Keaton Mitchell had 2. Isaiah Likely was the leading receiver, followed by Mark Andrews. Like, this was not an exciting day from the Ravens offense. I've been telling people the Giants are going to win the division next year, and I haven't been getting crazy looks, so maybe we're on the way up. Oh, we're on the way up for sure. For sure. They could sell my soul for it. Had a discussion at work on who you'd rather have, Dart or Hurts, and most people in the room, not including me, said Dart. Lol, crazy. The future is bright in NYG. I was talking to someone, and I was like, yeah, I hate my life. I'm a Giants fan. He's like, dude, you guys are in a perfect situation. You guys are losing games at the right time. Your quarterback looks good. And it's like, yeah, if you frame it like that, it's just painful. And, as a Giants fan, if I can't embrace and relish in this pain, what's the point? Why are we talking about the Giants? Blake's here. It's an underdog Thanksgiving. So what I want to talk about with Bengals Ravens, Henry still looks good when he gets in rhythm, which is rare, but he's not fumbling anymore. So, like, why not get him into rhythm? Here's what I'll say. The Bengals defense was probably the best side of the football any team played today. Does that make sense? Like, one side of the football across all 6 games, or against all 3 games, 6 teams, Bengals defense were the MVPs. Because they forced 5 turnovers out of the Ravens. Look at this. 4 fumbles and a pick on the Ravens. Everybody jokes about the Bengals defense being like historically bad. Oh, Trey Hendrickson is out. What are they going to do? Shamar Stewart sucks. Bro, they figured it out. They made it happen. The Ravens were dealing with a little bit of injuries for sure, but that was more on the defensive side, I feel like. And man, being able to shut down Lamar Jackson, I'm not saying the Bengals are even going to make the playoffs, but this is a nice, just momentum win for the Bengals, man. You got to be happy because the offense, man, they had 3 or 4 red zone trips and couldn't punch it in to start the game off. 3 or 4 red zone trips in the first half. They ended up leaving with 12 points. They couldn't score. And I was like, man, the Bengals are going to lose. But the Ravens just couldn't hack it on offense. Stupid turnovers, bad penalties, and some questionable calls that kind of went towards the Bengals. Give or take. Like, I think Zay Flowers scored a touchdown, pushed off very slightly. They call offensive PI. I thought that was a little ticky-tack. But in general, I didn't think the officiating was terrible in this one. I just think the Bengals defense, in particular their pass rush, they only got 2 sacks, but they got to Lamar a ton. Like, they got to Lamar all day. The blitz packages were sick. Man, I want to say the DC's name. I discovered it tonight. Art Gold. Her last name Gold. I don't know what his first name is, but something like that. Guy had a hell of a game. And anybody saying Lou Anarumo, future Giants head coach, I don't know. Maybe give Art Gold a call. Maybe that's our guy. No, I'm still on Team Clint Kubiak or Chris Shula. Both would be sick. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Really are. This is the best bad season to have. We're losing games. We're competitive. Have pieces set up next year. Trade down. Exactly. Go Giants. I saw some comments on TikTok, people hating on the Chiefs after they lost to the Cowboys. It's like everyone wants the New England Patriots dynasty back, and it's so sad. So they're hating on the Chiefs. It's like everyone wants the New England Patriots dynasty back, and that's sad. People always want to give their 2 cents. Which, like, I'm live streaming, talking about sports, obviously. But I did realize that today, because I watched a video. I watched not a similar video at all. This is kind of off topic, but I think it ties to a bigger purpose, right? I watched a video of this, like, guy on Twitter who was like, if you are not working on Sunday and you're just watching other men go play sports, like, get a life, basically. It's like, you're not earning in that time. You're willing to devote 4 to 7 hours of your day not making money watching football? It's like, yeah. God forbid a guy enjoys life for a second. And it kind of made me think, I'm like, man, everyone just has something to say. And again, I'm guilty as well. But I think when it comes to this overall dialogue about dynasties, Chiefs, Cowboys, who's good, Patriots, whatever, it's just kind of like, no matter what happens, and this isn't news, but no matter what happens, there will be overreactions. There will be hot takes. And I'm not saying like, oh, the world sucks now, but it's just kind of like, why can't we just appreciate good football? Why can't we appreciate how sick George Pickens is? Or about how the Packers, are the most difficult team to predict in the NFL? Like Packers and Lions, both teams that should have lost to the Giants. Neither of them did. And here we are. We're sitting here again talking about the same things. The reason you're upset is you're going to have to wait another year to see if your team's good, even if the future's bright. East Rutherford, the ERG, Real Giants abbreviation. The ERG, that's funny. The reason I'm upset is because the Giants lose games when they're in the lead in the 4th quarter. That's why I'm upset. I know a Bengals fan is talking to me right now about how they're running the table and winning the Super Bowl. Am I crazy for thinking he's not crazy? Am I crazy for thinking he's not crazy? No, man. I don't think you're ever crazy for going with someone, riding the wave. Look, the Bengals could do it. Let's look at the Bengals games, and I really hope Chris joins. but he's got like work or something. Look, Buffalo's tough. Ravens again, not ideal. But then you got, I don't want to say 3 free games, but like this isn't exactly a like gauntlet. You know what I mean? Miami, Arizona, Cleveland. Like that's not difficult. You could very easily make it out of that. Turn the music down a little bit. But so I think it's just about if you can, gosh, man, if you can go split. I mean, they kind of have to win out basically. That's the thing. It's like if you could get away with splitting one of these games, is it impossible for the Bengals to win the division? Is that the road to the playoffs? I'm guessing it's not through a wild card, right? I'm guessing they'd have to win the division, and that just can't be that difficult, right? They're 4-8. The Ravens are 6-6. The Steelers are 6-5. So as it stands right now, provided the Steelers lose, which again is never a crazy shout, especially against Buffalo. Provided the Steelers lose, the Bengals are 2 games out. Even if they split Buffalo and Baltimore, they very well could sneak into that AFC North spot. And to be honest, would anyone be upset to see that? Would anyone be like, damn, I really wanted to watch Pittsburgh? It's like, no, I think that would be exciting. Jokes on that guy. I make money and watch football at the same time. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Well, I'm ready for the Seahawks to go to the Super Bowl. Sorry for the New York Giants for being out of the playoffs. Well, you know what? Wait, Golden State Warriors fan. Are you a Seahawks fan? I don't think we have Seahawks fan checked off on the fan bingo. Are you a Seahawks fan, Golden State Warriors fan? I just kind of Warriors, and that's all I got. Fuck that guy. He sounds like the type of dude to make says sports ball ironically to make fun of sports. Seriously, Hank is here. Andy's here. Pittsburgh and Baltimore are competing for second place. Yeah, maybe. Not kind of. They kind of have to. They def have to win out. 9-8's the only way of getting in. Not necessarily though. Not necessarily. Hank is here. Not necessarily. We just laid it out. They could get away with losing 1 game. If they lose, okay, to be even more specific, if they drop the Buffalo game, but come back and run the table and get 4 straight, I think they'll make it. Unless the Steelers have some like cupcake schedule that we're not noticing. By the way, I didn't even make picks for these games, by the way, which, you know, I ended up betting in real life. So I guess put your money where your mouth is. Where are the Steelers here? Okay. They're 6-5. Steelers have Buffalo. Again, it's, you know, Baltimore twice, so they're going to have to take each other out. Jesus, you're right, Jarv. They do have to win out. Steelers and the Ravens are going to take each other out. Best case scenario for the Bengals, they split, which is, you know, possible. Cleveland, Detroit. I don't know, man. There's something about it. Just, I feel more confident in the... Am I crazy to say I feel more confident in the Bengals to beat the Browns than I am about the Steelers? Is that crazy to say? I feel like it's not. I feel like we're at a place where we kind of understand who's good, who's not, and the Steelers just aren't. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they just beat the Bengals. They literally just beat the Bengals. But now that Joe Burrow's back, and more importantly, the defense looked strong tonight. So, there you go. Michael McKelvey has a great video about how teams winning in the 4th lose more because prevent how 28-3 happened, how Sean McVay doesn't run prevent. You should check his channel. I've seen Michael McKelvey. He always makes me feel bad. His videos are so good. Trying to chase that kind of quality. He's insane. He's a hell of a YouTuber. I didn't watch that specific video, but I'll check it out. I need to do more market research. But yeah, so, okay, let's talk about other games. But long story long, I think the Bengals, I'm not going to say they're the favorites to win the division by any stretch. But, you know, it's not impossible. Winning tonight, it's not impossible. They just kind of need a specific set of things to happen, and they need to keep winning games. Imagine that. The Bengals get their get back. Bengals fans have it so rough. Okay. Speaking of fans who don't have it rough, Chiefs are 6-6. They're 1-5 on the road. Okay, I saw a thing, I'm sure you did too, where it said the Chiefs are, I want to say 1-5, now 1-6 in 1-score games this season, which is obviously much different than where they were at last year. I don't know, man. Look, Patrick Mahomes, 261, 4 touchdowns. And I'm not going to sit here. I didn't get as great of a handle on this game or Green Bay versus Detroit because I was cooking Thanksgiving dinner. So I was trying to watch the game, but I was also like, you know, throwing stuffing on the stove and mac and cheese in the oven and, you know, a whole thing, getting rolls involved, what else was there? Mashed potatoes, which weren't that great, to be honest with you, because I didn't have a potato masher. Who would have thought you need a potato masher to make mashed potatoes? Trust Bengals to win the North right now. This was a really good game for them. Hell yeah, Otis. And if there's one person who knows good football teams, it's Otis. Go Raiders. But yeah, man, when it comes to the Chiefs, I kind of just went off this game for strictly vibes, and it was just a fun back and forth. It was like both offenses were clicking. The Cowboys, you know, we all you know, let's not sit here and act like we love the Cowboys, right? No one, unless you're a Cowboys fan, you do not love the Cowboys, all right? And that's fair. They are fun to watch, though. Hate it or love it, they are fun to watch. And this game was entertaining all the way through. Chiefs went up early, then the Cowboys got it back, and then held onto the lead for the rest of the game. Let's go with the play-by-play. I don't believe there were any turnovers. Dak threw a pick to start off, that's right. Dak threw a pick. Outside of that, no turnovers. George fumbled, but Turpin fell on it. Just want to go drive by drive here really quick. I can just not play that. Yeah, so Dak throws an interception off the first drive. Casey goes down, punches it in quick, and then touchdown, field goal, punt, touchdown. Dallas didn't have their first punt until the third quarter. Okay, so it's just a back and forth scoring affair, right? And it's tough to kind of, I don't know. It's tough to take major takeaways from this one because guilty as charged. I don't think the Cowboys are making the playoffs. So where does that leave the Chiefs? Where do we see the Chiefs going if they're losing to Dallas on Thanksgiving? Like, I know, like, it wasn't a must-win game, but it was pretty close. Who would have thought that the Chiefs and the Bills, imagine going to the beginning of this season and saying the Chiefs and the Bills are going to be duking it out for the 7th seed in the AFC, the last wild card spot. Like bona fide contenders for the past half decade are now fighting it out to try and make the wild card, and the Chiefs have to leapfrog Houston. Don't love that. Don't love that at all. Not to rip on the Chiefs, but man, this is. I mean, we all kind of expected it, no? This has been a great year for narratives of positive regression. You look at the Commanders. You look at the the Ravens, kind of. The Ravens, I saw a stat today, Sunday Night Football. They were one of the best, if not the best, red zone team last year. Now they're bottom 5. Again, positive regression. You can't count on these marginalized stats. That's not even the term. But these, like, what's the word? Sporadic stats, almost. Touchdowns, like turnovers, close wins, one-score wins. Like, eventually, it kind of just corrects itself. You know, it's self-correcting. Lamar's still hurt, and the Steelers always fall off second half of the year. The Bengals have a solid chance, barring defensive collapse continues. Agreed. Lamar is still hurt. Lamar, dude, I didn't get to cover this as much in the Bengals-Ravens game because I don't want to dunk on Lamar. I love the guy. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks. Talked about him in my O-line video and my mobile QB video. Lamar is great. He is not playing well. He's not playing well. He's missing passes. He's not as quick as you'd like. And you know what I think it is? The Ravens aren't protecting him. This is exactly how I felt after the Lions game. Remember in I want to say week 4, maybe week 3. I think it was week 3, actually. Let's go back to week 3 really quick, where Lamar was sacked, I want to say 9 times on Monday Night Football. God, could you imagine if I got this right? 7. Damn it, I think it's 7. 7 times. I was close. He was sacked 7 times and Derrick Henry fumbled. Like, he doesn't trust his offensive line. And he's not, and you know what? Maybe Lamar is so used to like being able to move so quickly behind the line of scrimmage and make magic that he's never had to like come face to face with his offensive line to this point in his career. Man, something feels off. Something really does feel off with the Ravens offense. Their defense didn't look great either, but they held in the red zone. There was a bend, don't break. But their offense, man, this is textbook Ravens loss right here, man. They got punched. They got punched, man. 18 points. I was sweating it because, again, I had some money on it. So, and as a Giants fan, I just expect everything to fall apart instantly. But 18 points at home on Thanksgiving? Damn, dude. Like, no matter what way you slice it, the Bengals were better in every way. And I know I wanted to talk about Chiefs-Cowboys, and we'll get back to that, I guess. But, like, look at the time of possession. They talked about this, 38-21. And, again, it was a lot more lopsided when the game actually, like, mattered. And the Ravens, just bad penalties. Like, it's almost the same amount, but way more yards. 5 turnovers, man. 4 fumbles lost. Like, come on. It wasn't even, like, that bad of a game. Like, 23 less plays. Way worse on third down. Like, it's just, you know, just not exciting. And then this last fumble was nothing short of hilarious. So I don't want to dunk too much on the Ravens, but it is important to note that Lamar is definitely not playing at 100%. And that's a bummer because who doesn't love Lamar? Osh Compact Shear. 20 fantasy points for Lamar across 3 weeks. That's what I mean. Drop a like if you haven't already, by the way. Happy Turkey Day. But yeah, man, that's what I mean. Lamar Jackson fantasy owners are pissed. Ravens fans are livid. The Ravens offensive line is to blame, to be honest with you. Derrick Henry, Frank Michael Smith, I'm sure you guys saw the short or the reel or whatever. He made a short basically saying that Derrick Henry, if he keeps up this pace for another 3 to 4 years, he'll be the greatest running back of all time objectively. Derrick Henry saw that clip and was like, well, I'm not that good, and just called it. Just gave up. I don't want to say gave up, like age happened. Age happened. But this is a guy who like doesn't eat gluten. He doesn't eat like red meat. He doesn't eat like high fructose corn syrup and like, you know, food dyes and all that stuff. Derrick Henry has a very rigid approach to the NFL season from a dieting and nutrition and working out standpoint. And it's not paying off. Finally, it works with Tom Brady because he can just avoid a sack and throw the ball quick. Derrick Henry's going straight into traffic. Like, you can't be like, you just can't. It's just not as simple. It's just not as simple. But I see you guys saying some stuff. Literally any other season the Chiefs would be this bad. Make up for the Raiders being bad, but this is the worst team I've ever seen. First season I've ever seriously contemplated changing teams. Don't do it, Otis. You'll either go back or you'll feel like a chump. I tried once. I'll tell you guys, I tried once to just hop off the Giants bandwagon. After they moved Odell, I was as close as I was. It's like, I'm not going to root for a team that's just going to trade away my favorite player. I stuck with him. And I've really been reaping the reward. 1 playoff win since then. It's great. I don't like Lamar. Really hate the Ravens that much. Yeah. I mean, shit, Otis. Damn, I didn't really. Wow. Another thing. Amon-Ra got hurt. Hank's bringing that up. What is the prognosis on Amon-Ra? I guess we'll save that for the Packers-Lions game. But yeah, man, we're 20 minutes into our Turkey Day stream. And what's up, guys? Everybody have a good Thanksgiving. By the way, I don't just want to like yell about football. Everyone have a good like holiday. Thanksgiving's a great holiday. It's one of my favorites, man. You get some food, you get football, you get to chill. No pressure. No like, oh, I hope they like my Christmas gift. Or like, oh, we got to go out to the bars. It's St. Patty's Day. Dude, I could go on a 30-minute rant about St. Patty's Day and how it's overrated as hell. I thought about that when that dude on Twitter was like, how could you watch sports and not be making money? He said about anything. How dare you exercise when you could be making money? How dare you sleep in a bed when you could be making money? Breathe oxygen when you could be drop shipping. People are so dumb online. And people celebrate St. Patty's Day like it's like the biggest thing ever. Anyway, today this is about Thanksgiving. It's about being grateful, about having gratitude. And I have gratitude that I drafted George Pickens in fantasy. Man, I didn't foresee this. I didn't foresee 13 targets. He didn't even have that crazy of a game. He had like 14, 15 PPR points. But this Cowboys offense is electric, and we knew it was going to be a CeeDee Lamb day. Anytime he has a bad game, he always bounces back really well, and I think that was the main difference. Like the Cowboys were just able to stretch the field a lot better than the Chiefs. The Chiefs had some chunk plays for sure, but you know, it just felt like when the Cowboys got an open field, you just couldn't really stop them. And like, yeah, maybe like Javonte Williams isn't the fastest guy ever, but you got Malik Davis going 43 yards, Turpin going 25, like Lamb going 51, Pickens going 39. Like they had explosive chunk plays. Not to say the Chiefs didn't. Worthy went 42 that one time. But you look at these names and it's just like, it's the not coughing baby to hydrogen bomb, but it's like, it's a hydrogen bomb to like a grenade. That's what it is. Rashee Rice is really good. You guys know that's my guy. But Travis Kelce, that's like, he's still the security blanket in the big 2025 Thanksgiving 2025. Travis Kelce's still like the guy. Really? Xavier Worthy, fast for nothing. Hollywood Brown makes 1 touchdown pass and splits. Makes 1 touchdown catch. Isaiah Pacheco, old legs. Jared Wiley. Who the hell is Jared Wiley? I don't know. Why is Juju on the field? None of this makes sense. And this isn't to say that Kevontae Turpin is like some awesome player, but he has value. He has implicit value as the speedster. The Chiefs, like, they're playing it almost full health, and they're losing to the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. Oh, man. You know, I feel like if you're following Ravens Bengals, that was good Bengals and bad Ravens, but like Bengals fans should be happy about that one. Cowboys Chiefs, obviously Cowboys fans are going to be happy. They got their dub on Thanksgiving, but man, this was bad Chiefs in every sense of the word. But yeah, so yeah, I was the pie guy. I made all the pie. You made all the pie, Muhammad? What kind of pies we get out there? Yeah, I got to see one of my favorite cousins I ain't seen in a couple of years. That's the best. Reuniting with the OG cousin, the family members you actually like. That's the best. I really need Smitty to go stupid tomorrow and a dud out of Saquon and AJ, but that's not happening. Bears down 4 linebackers. Yeah, we'll make our picks for that one. Spoiler alert, it's going to be Eagles spread, but we'll see. Shoot, I hope the Bears win. I'm not switching, but this is the first Raiders where I'm rooting against them not to tank because I genuinely hate the players on this team. Pete Carroll era needed to end yesterday. Otis, I feel you. It's tough when you take a retread head coach and he starts like this, but hey, we'll see what the offense looks like without Chip Kelly. Hopefully Bowers can get involved. Worthy had a huge first down though. He did. I'm not like Worthy's valuable, but it's like you put it all together and it's like that's it. Worthy gets one big play and then we're just like that's a wrap. Like if Worthy's your second best like receiver, him getting 6 targets on 4 catches, goddamn, Josephus did better. Mitchell Tinsley got more targets than Worthy, and this game was a shootout. You know. These games were ass. I had fun, Sniper Way. Welcome to the stream. I had fun. Had a blast. Got to see my cool cousins. My stomach's in hell. There you go. Same. I only had 1 plate. I felt bad. I was like starving. I only had 1 plate, but I got plenty of leftovers. I'm meal prep for the week, fellas. I'm good. Make a Gino. Blame it on me tier. Yeah, seriously. If your car runs out of gas, blame it on me. Coconut cream and pumpkin. Sounds good. Sounds great, actually. A good coconut cream pie. Jesus. Sounds great. I have this weird feeling the Eagles might get embarrassed. Look, man, it was an underdog Thanksgiving. Maybe it'll be an underdog Black Friday. Shoot, man. Is there anything else we got to hit on in this Cowboys-Chiefs game? I mean, not a lot of turnovers. Again, I didn't watch this game super closely, so if I missed anything, one of the bigger stories, please let me know. Brandon Aubrey's automatic. That's cool. Harrison Butker didn't get a kick. I want to say... Oh, and really quick with the Ravens game, dude. Isaiah Likely fumbling out of the back of the end zone. Are you kidding me? Like, I can't believe this is, like, still a thing that happens so frequently. The Bengals had everything go their way tonight. I just lost an eyelash. Rest in peace to that eyelash. The Bengals had everything go their way tonight, and, you know, I'm glad they won, but they stomped the Ravens. I'm convinced Kareem Hunt knows something we don't about Andy Reid. Yeah, 14 carries for one of the most sluggish running backs in the NFL. The Chiefs, man, dude, they gotta get some skill positions. You know, it's like the Patriots, man. You can only have that, like, identity that, like, oh, well, we're too good to re-sign players for so long. And eventually it runs out. And I'll say this. I said it last week. I'll say it again this week. Mahomes is good. I'm not going to jump here and say Mahomes sucks now. Patrick Mahomes is a good quarterback, and he probably always will be. But to say that Patrick Mahomes hasn't taken a step back is just objectively untrue. It is objectively wrong. Patrick Mahomes is missing passes. He had a good game. He did. But he's missing passes. He's not as elusive outside of the pocket. And most importantly, he complains after every play. I'm not even a Mahomes hater. I don't care. Complain. Don't. I don't know. I like Shador. But, like, dude, every time a play goes incomplete, it looks like this guy's about to completely crash out underneath his giant helmet. And it's like, Pat, dude, chill out. Damn. I get it. You lost a Super Bowl. Life sucks. Join a team that's not the Chiefs for a year. Walk a mile in my shoes, Pat. Jesus. I don't feel bad for the guy, but he's always complaining, dude. And I'm like, again, I'm not going to be like, oh, Patrick Mahomes is a whiner. He's like LeBron. Like, no, I'm not going to say that. But it's annoying. It's like, bro, you're the leader of the team. The leader of a team that's 1-5 on the road. Keep some composure. Keep your head held high, Patrick. He had a good game. He did. I just didn't care for his composure. That's my note. Ravens had like 3 fumbles. 4, actually. 45 carries in 2 games. Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, Kareem Hunt's been a real workhorse 3-down back, and it has not worked out for the Chiefs. They lost last week as well, right? The Chiefs? They beat the Colts in a real slugfest, but they're 1-3 in their last stretch. Like, they needed to do better in this stretch. They really did. Because now these aren't easy games, right? Houston's a good defense. Chargers are frisky, and then it gets a little easier. Titans, Broncos, that could go either way. And then Raiders, who knows? Maybe the Raiders have a rabbit in that hat. My problem with Pete is he always defends his baby boy, one of our good players. JPJ gets punished while Gino gives a middle finger to Raiders fans. Nothing every coach would ever bench him. Gino throwing out the bird to Raiders fans was crazy. I thought that was AI, but that was real. Oklahoma probably had a civil war today. What is up, James? Congratulations to the Cowboys. That was a hell of a sip of water I just had. But congratulations to the Cowboys. I bet them. I hate saying it, but I was rooting for them. Holla. And yes, Dan Jones is hurt. He has a fractured fibula, which sounds really bad, but I think he's going to play through it. I can't figure out whether or not Dan Jones is tough or not. Because Dan Jones, man, dude, he'll get like a nosebleed and they'll be like, Dan Jones, just a man's man. It's like, dude, who among us couldn't play with a nosebleed? Just get a tissue paper and just like, you know, that's it. Easy. But then he'll like break his neck and come back the season after, play like garbage, but he came back. And from what I'm hearing, he'll continue playing. Did you see the practice clip? No, I didn't. Looked scary. Did it? Oh, Jesus. Maybe I like read the wrong story. Because I think it was Underdog or Schefter. Someone tweeted out about Daniel Jones's fibula. And then like underneath was like, yeah, but he's fine. So yeah, this is fake news. And I just took that. I took the reply at face value. Let me search Dan Jones. Okay, I'm going to search Daniel Jones. Okay, finding out Daniel Jones' broken leg on Thanksgiving. He was a full participant. One source said he looked good. He will try and play through it. Yeah, look, he'll try and play through it. I didn't see it, but like, look. Dan Jones. Lower leg injury, suffered a fracture in his fibula. Well, Oshkon, if you're still here, your quarterback... here we go. Lamar sucks and Dan Jones broke his leg, so there you go. Let's see. Did he fracture his fibula in the throw around? So does he have a broken leg or not? John Ratcliffe's here. Go. Who wants to fly with them jets? So is it a broken... Romo's trending. Biden's trending. What? So it looks fine to me. Did I miss the video? Am I like missing something here? It would be malpractice. They said Daniel Jones looked good. It would be malpractice to put him on the field, drugged or not. What? Because he can like barely jog? He is limping a little bit. Now that we've watched this video like 9 times, he is limping a little bit. Doesn't look very clean. If Gino starts next week, the good people of Oakland decided Pico's in the human centipede. We've organized this. We've organized it. Watch his feet. I'm watching his feet. He definitely doesn't look as spry. And you take away Dan Jones's legs, he becomes, you know, worse. That's for sure. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah. The city of Oakland still watches the Raiders? That's my question, Otis. Dream Hunt and Wile E. Coyote getting touches. What is Andy cooking up? He's cooking up L's, bro. He's cooking up road L's. Jets are so close to #1. Lose to Atlanta. There are no more chances for them to win, as the Saints are better than them. There's always chances to win. And John, you know better than anyone, the Jets can find a way to mess up a draft pick. That's one thing they're very good at. The Zach Wilson year, of course, Trevor Lawrence wouldn't have been like the big score. But yeah, it would be malpractice to put him on the field. I think that's a stretch. He might be hurt, but you know, whatever. I think that's a stretch. Yeah, you see what I mean? Yeah, people are like, oh yeah, Dan Jones is tough. His lip was bleeding and he just kept playing. It's like, what's the alternative? Like, oh, damn, I cut my lip. Hold on. I got to sub myself out really quick. Got to make sure that the blood doesn't go on my chin. Oh, no. Bro, I play my adult flag football games. One time they asked me to like get off the field because my knee was bleeding so bad. It's like, bro, I got some medical tape, wrapped that up. It was so uncomfortable, but I got back out there, man. My sock was stained in blood. I felt like a warrior. I'd be upset about him playing if he was my quarterback, but he's not. Fair enough. Who do the Colts have? Titans, right? Or the Jags? It's not a good game. Oh, Texans. Shoot. Oh, boy. That is a good game. Damn. Is Dan Jones... What's his official... I mean, he's ready to go. He's not even on the injury report. AR is on IR with an orbital thing. I'm going to pretend like I know what that means. A telescope injury of some sort. AR's on IR. So... One of my cousins recognized 98% of my music playlist. That was cool. Hell yeah, Hank. There we go. But yeah, so Dan Jones has to play. Anthony Richardson's on IR. Come on. We love Raiders, but no one else that left couldn't tell you why. Yeah, Raiders fans are weird. That's why. That's straight up. Cowboys, Lions, who you got? Who we got? Ah, boy, that's the Thursday game next week, right? It's a good question. The Lions are on a bit of a skid. Let's talk about... AR hurt his eye, yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I think that's what orbital means. I just took a shot in the dark with that whole telescope line, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's a... I think that's an orbital. All right. Let's do one more game recap. Let's talk about Lions-Packers. I do want to discuss Cowboys-Lions and what's going to happen this week in football. Let's talk about Packers Lions. Again, I was making stuffing. Air hurt his eye with the resistance band. That's right. That is right. Now I remember. Okay. Again, I was making stuffing, and I think this was I think I was dry brining and searing off the turkey at this point. So this year I did like I deboned, not even deboned. I disassembled the turkey and like got like the breast going, got the legs going, got the wings going, because they all take different times to cook. So at this point of the day, I was slicing and dicing, got my good knife, my Binging with Babish knife, which is a great knife, by the way. If I ever do affiliate links, that'll be the first thing. The Binging with Babish chef's knife. It's great. I've had it for years. But yeah, so I was deboning the turkey. So I didn't get to focus too much on this game. But from what I did see, the Lions offense is kind of strange. And the Packers just kind of played keep away for this whole game. Like they led for, I want to say all of it, if not maybe some point in the second quarter. But yeah, I mean, look, Detroit were the home favorites. Thanksgiving's supposed to be their day. And certainly, man, I don't know what even happened here. Amon-Ra got hurt, which did not help the cause. And I think when you take Amon-Ra out of this offense, it's good and it's bad, right? Because Jameson Williams is allowed to flourish, and he had a great day, really. Like, he had probably the best day out of anyone that played on the field in this one. But that's not enough. It's not enough. And like, for a defense to say all you have to do is get to Jared Goff and shut down Jameson Williams, it's possible. It's definitely possible. And I think that was the big thing. Goff was sacked 3 times, but he was under duress a lot. And like we've said before, Jared Goff cannot move, bro. He is a statue back there. So a couple sacks also got called off the board because of like defensive holding and other nonsense calls. So the Packers defensive line finally looked how we wanted it to. Oh man, here we go. We got JC3 and Tyler K4641. Let's go. Welcome, guys. Stream after every primetime game. Will it be Underdog Black Friday? Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Drop a like and a happy turkey day, fellas. It was an Underdog Thanksgiving. Saying Packers are underdogs is insane. They've been better than the Lions by a lot this season. Loves the top 10 QB in every stat. You're just a bozo who doesn't understand football. Bro, they were objective underdogs. What are you talking about? Vegas had them as objective. What do you mean? I'm a bozo who doesn't understand football. Will there be a stream on Friday? You know it, Otis. You know it. Look. Yeah, I'm such an idiot. Yeah. Where is it? Odds and spreads. Okay, here we go. We'll just go to the CBS article since I'm so stupid here. Where is it? Detroit -3. Detroit -3. So it's not me that's saying the Packers are the underdogs. It's Vegas. All right? So how about we just chill? All right, Tyler? And Love is a top 10 QB in every stat. Yeah, but he's not good. Come on, Tyler. I don't know if you're still in here, but come on, man. Top 10 in every stat. Yeah, but the eye test sucks. No one's excited about Jordan Love. Packers fans that are excited about Jordan Love are just lying to themselves. I'd rather have Jalen Hurts than Jordan Love. Ain't talking about Vegas, man. I am? What else are we supposed to go off of? What else are we supposed to go off of? And yeah, Tyler K, definitely a Packers fan. Well, yeah, I think that's fair. And hey, man, it all depends on whether or not to get the run game going. I think James thinks they got it. I think the run game's big. The disrespect for Love is insane. I mean, look, I've never heard a Packers fan say they love Love, so feel free. Love's better than Hurts. All right, well, hey. I mean, look, better at what, though? Better at what? You know? Winning big games? Not really. He doesn't have a stronger arm. Maybe a little bit. He's worse game awareness. I wouldn't call him clutch. I wouldn't call him super mobile. I wouldn't call him really strong. It's not like he's like this cerebral, like intelligent passer. Like, what is Jordan Love good at that other quarterbacks aren't? That's my question. Because you can put up stats all you want. Passing, IQ. Okay, that's pretty broad. That's pretty broad. Accuracy. Okay, fair enough. IQ, right? IQ, is that right? The quarterback that went 11-11. He is having a better season for interceptions wise, though. I will say he's cleaned it up a lot this year. So I guess he is taking a step forward. It's been boring. It hasn't been exciting to watch, but he has taken a step up this year. I stand corrected on that, at least. I thought he turned the ball over a lot more than 3 times this year, but hey, I guess I was wrong. Turnover machine over the past couple seasons, though, and definitely holding the Packers back in big games. But again, the Packers won. Dude, I was rooting for the Packers, Tyler. I'm happy that the Packers won. Jordan Love playing in structure is solid. He is a solid quarterback. And I think any quarterback from meh upwards on my little Hunna's Hill here, any quarterback meh upwards can win a game. They're capable to put together a win and manage a game and not turn the ball over. Jordan Love wasn't sacked. The protection was good. The Packers ran the ball decently effectively. And they spread the ball out, which the Packers are really good at. That's one thing the Packers scheme really well, and I think that's where coaching comes into play with Matt LaFleur. Matt LaFleur, not Mike. Matt LaFleur. They spread the ball out. So you got 2 touchdowns for Wicks on 6 grabs, touchdown for Watson, touchdown for Dobbs. You got Musgrave involved, Chris Brooks. Who doesn't love Chris Brooks? Josh Jacobs catching out of the backfield. Hell, Bo Melton got a look or two. So, you know, I thought from a coaching perspective, the Packers looked really great. And I'm not going to knock Jordan Love here. I just think like everyone else in the Packers played so well. To say that this is just Jordan Love is awesome and that's it, just is a very big reduction. That the Packers defense was really strong in this one. Again, didn't watch it super closely, but I think the Lions are a team that, once again, we've said it 100 times in this stream, the Lions need to play with a lead. They're one of the best teams playing with a lead. They can score, they can do their trickery, they can do their David Montgomery end zone passes all they want when they're up. But when they're down and Jared Goff has to claw back, even if the stats are there, 20 for 26, 256, 2 touchdowns is not bad. You just don't trust it, though. You just don't trust it. And like, this really didn't feel like a huge sweat. Like, look at this, man. They had to settle for 3 here. They had to settle for 3 after, I want to say it was a 4th and long. No, 4th and goal. That's right. So they had the ball in the Green Bay 4, probably going to go for it down 10, probably going to go for it. Then he gets sacked. So he gets sacked on 3rd and goal, so then they have to punt. Like, that was a really bad sack to take by Jared. You got to pick that up and expect a blitz. I don't remember the exact play, but taking a sack in this situation is going to lose you the game. And then Green Bay was able to just run out the clock. The defense was gassed. They had been on the field the whole half. So, yeah. That's my take. Tyler, everyone goes off Vegas. Also, Jordan Love, not even close to top 10 inconsistency. How do you do against the awful Panthers? I'm a Raiders fan. No bad QBs. He's one of them. He decided he doesn't want to be Josh Freeman anymore. Appreciate you guys coming to my defense on this one. But Tyler, hey, man, we're always up to hear alternative opinions. I love it. Jordan Love, market today. Jordan Love is good at passing, IQ, and he's accurate. All 3 of them. I'm sad Packers won. My dad's a Lions fan. He thinks the window's closed. That is a great question. Where do the Lions stand in the big picture? Is the window closed? I want to look at the Lions cap. Let's look at that, right? Lions salary cap. Let's go to the over the cap, right? Let's go here, right? So they got, they're 6 mil in the red going into next year. Obviously, they can restructure. Who are some of the big numbers, right? The big numbers next season. Taylor Decker's going to fetch a lot. Sewell. Aleem McNeil. Who else is there? 9 mil going to Derek Barnes. That might be a drop. A lot of spread out money. Dead money going to Frank Ragnow, whatever. Hendon Hooker. Yeah, they don't have a lot of dead money. They manage the cap pretty well, other than Frank. I feel like relatively cheap, but again, Jared Goff's cap hit, I'm assuming they'll restructure, but $70 million to Jared Goff as opposed to 32. Yeah, it's tough not to see the window closing. If Goff's number really is going to jump double, more than double against the cap from 32 to 62, wow, dude. Paying Jared Goff, or 69 actually, 69.6. Jared Goff, man. Jesus. That's a lot of money. Anyway, I see you guys saying some. You see that Pickens hurdle play was absolutely insane. Oh, yeah, I thought he was going to score. Like, get in the end zone, George. I thought he was going to punch that in, but it's still a sick play nonetheless. That was a lot of fun. George Pickens is so fun to watch. I'm so glad I got him in fantasy. He's awesome. Pickens probably one of my top 10 favorite players in the league right now. Oh, yeah, same. Kind of funny that he left Pittsburgh. He's more productive now and better behaved now. Yeah, he did this interview. He was so articulate and succinct that I saved it on my Instagram. I can pull it up. I don't know why I would, though. The point is, George Pickens has completely made a 180, and it's really cool to see. And if you're Dallas, really quick, I know we're kind of bouncing back and forth between teams. You kind of wonder what to do with the contract situation. Because in a perfect world, they would have paid him in this last offseason. You trade Micah Parsons, but you signed George Pickens. what they'll probably end up doing for Dallas, so it's not much to figure out. They'll probably franchise tag him and either try and get him on a long-term deal or trade him. They're not just going to let him walk. I hate that for the player. I think George Pickens deserves to be paid well. But again, that's the nature of the current CBA. So, you know, that's probably what's going to happen, just to give you a little look into the future. But kind of funny that he left Pittsburgh. He's more productive and better behaved now. Yes. When he wins the Super Bowl, remember my comments. Tyler, I will. And Tyler, we're streaming after every primetime game. So always feel free to come in here and chirp. Welcome to the Hunnaball, where we engage in productive sports dialogues. And I will listen to you if you tell me Jordan Love is a top 10 quarterback. Not going to agree with you, at least not right now today. But I'm very susceptible to having my mind changed. This list changes all the time. Shador's number 1, for God's sake. That could flip tomorrow. This is straight vibes. Just because you win a Super Bowl doesn't mean your top 10 QB position overrated. I will die on that hill. Otis will die on that hill. Again, that's that's a Raiders fan take for you. QB's overrated. Who even needs one? I think both Favre and Raj got an all-pro passer, 27 years old, won the Super Bowl that year. Love has to keep going if he wins this year. Well, let's hope he does, I guess. I mean, I wouldn't hold my breath about this Packers team. But again, they had a good day. They had a good day, and now they're in prime position, provided the Bears lose tomorrow, to be at the top of the NFC North, and that's not anything to sneeze at. Pickens literally had to remove an IG comment after beating Philly. George Pickens is hilarious. He said something else, too. He said something else today. I forget what it was, but George Pickens has been all over the map. It's been great. Tyler, definitely not from Wisco. No Wisconsin, man. This aggressive. Hey, man, we're not pushing Tyler out. We always welcome open dialogues here. Team was freaking out. Hey, man, that was the wrong comment, though. Rams winning it all this year. Well, there you go. Question, who's the AFC team that makes to the Super Bowl? If I had to take a stab right now today, it's a total coin flip. But I'm going to go with the Colts. I'm picking the Colts. I don't care. Makes no sense, but I'm picking the Colts. I'm taking the Colts just for fun. Let's give me a Dan Jones Super Bowl. I want it. I want it. Anyways, Stafford's second Super Bowl and retiring would be the most ethical end of the season, TBH. Yeah, agreed. I think everybody would be happy with that. When the Rams win, everyone's just like, cool. Like the Rams. Cool. Pats Packers is Tyler K's take. And Joseph Lawson is here. The refs were in the bag for the Packers today, I swear. The officiating was kind of all over the place, for sure. And I definitely had that point, too. I kind of forgot it, but I did remember thinking that. Of course, I bet on the Packers, so I was like, all right, sure. I'm trying to remember what the questionable calls were. In fact, let me just pull that up on Twitter really quick. Packers refs. I'm trying to remember. It might be on the line. I think r/Lions. Oh, this was nuts. This was crazy. When there was a false start, but they gave the Packers the timeout. This was nuts. I do remember this. This was like blatant. This was bad. Matt LaFleur is literally laughing about it. And then they went and scored the next play. That was a bailout, no doubt. For sure. So this is what everyone's talking about. There was more, though. There was more. They gifted the Packers at least 11 points. Bobbled touchdown catch on 4th down. That was a close call. I couldn't believe they called it. We got Shrek Swampington 9511. Falcons Patriots Super Bowl. We're getting our lick back. Let's go. I think we have more Falcons fans in this chat than we do any other team. So random, but I love it. Packers suck. I know it says we're eliminated, but rules are meant to be broken. Giants go undefeated rest of the year and get that wild card spot at 7-10. Hoorah! Yes! Bring it back! Come on! Let's get some big blue energy in here. We got too many Falcons fans. I'm kidding. Welcome to the stream. Stream after every primetime game. Pats Rams. Hey, wait, I've heard that one before. Yeah. Hopefully it's better this time. I think this version of Pats Rams will be better in every single way. But hey, who knows? If the Rams are in the Super Bowl, we know we're going to get a good game. That much we know for sure. Rams objectively better in every aspect of the game. Rams are good. The Rams are good. I know that's not a hot take, but the Rams are good. In fact, we got to do our team tier list. I gotta leave this open to just piss people off. But yeah, we got to do our post week 10. What, did I forget to do this for a couple of weeks? Are we behind? Whatever. We'll just update it. This may not be updated. It might be. I think this is updated. Yeah, this is updated. I think we're in good shape. But yeah, so we'll move this around. We got Matt. Cowboys realistically have a path to the divisional. Well, if they've got a path to the divisional, they got a path to the Super Bowl. We got some new faces in here. I'm happy. Happy Thanksgiving, fellas. Happy Turkey Day. I think it's because most of us watch the Rams be asked for so long, gives us a little hope for our teams. I think it's just because they're fun to watch. The Rams are just like fun to watch, and they have a very likable group of players. I think Cooper Kupp was a pretty likable guy, relatively. Puka's awesome. Kyron's kind of, I don't know. I've never been a big Kyron guy just because I don't like drafting him in fantasy. Matthew Stafford's a very likable quarterback. Sean McVay is a very likable coach. The defense is like sneaky good. Like the people that know football know that the Rams have a good defense. That's a big kind of differentiator with knowing ball. But yeah, am I the only Cowboys fan at this moment? Yes, James. Joseph, the Darnold is on his way. That's another thing. Why are we ruling out the Seahawks? The Seahawks could easily take the 1 seed and make a Super Bowl push. What if we get like Seahawks? What if we land on like Seahawks? Man, I don't even know. Steelers. Seahawks, Texans. Who knows, man? This Super Bowl is going to be so weird. You can book it today. The Super Bowl is going to be whack. Falcons still upset about 28-3. Oh, shoot. I'm still mad about the Giants losing to Denver. That was like 5 weeks ago. I'm still pissed about it. I'm really mad. By the way, again, for all you new faces, I'm a Giants fan, so anytime I rip on your team, I know that there's nothing worse. That's why they're right here. So there you go. I hate the Broncos, but this feels like a fluke Super Bowl run for them, like when the Purdy Niners were in the Super Bowl but lost. That's another good take. That's probably what's going to happen. You know, one thing I've learned in football is if you don't know what the Super Bowl is going to be, just assume it's going to be the matchup no one wants. Patriots-Eagles, Chiefs-Eagles, Chiefs-Eagles. It's always a matchup no one wants to see. Patriots-Rams. Like Chiefs-Niners. Chiefs-Niners. It's never fun. Yeah, like the stream, guys. Thank you. Thank you, American. Oshgon loves Kyron. Well, that's not much of a surprise. I can see us making the NFC Championship and losing to the Rams. That would be crazy. Cowboys-Rams NFC Championship game. That would be nuts. In LA, that'd be electric. I wonder would there be more Rams fans or Cowboys fans at that one? Probably Cowboys fans. Probably be like a Cowboys home game damn near. That's the one thing Cowboys fans have. They travel very well. Verse, Young, Fisk, Forbes, Kitchens, Landman, Turner, Durant. Thanks for listing the roster, but they are good. They are good. Landman's supposed to be a Falcons, but our front office is still ran by radio. Oh, man. Go Falcons. Okay. Okay. Let's do it. Hunna's Hill Team Edition. Falcons beat the Saints, right? Because we do this every Thursday, right? Is there anything else to say about Lions Packers? Lions kind of got snowed by the refs and Amon-Ra got hurt, but fun game nonetheless. And Jordan Love apparently is a top 10. 5 Hour Energy 69's here. What is up, guys? Happy Turkey Day. Damn, everyone's showing out. It's a great night. It was an underdog Thanksgiving, everyone. A Thanksgiving miracle. I think it's so funny Tyler comes in here and thought that I made the narrative of the Packers being the underdog. It's like, no, man, that was Vegas. Chiefs are essentially out of the playoffs, so they lose to the Chargers again. Yeah, and it's possible. Again, I'm not a big Chargers guy, but it's possible. Just want to make sure the Falcons beat the Saints. Yes, that did happen. Kirk Cousins is back. I don't want to watch the Falcons. To be honest, like, the only team I want to move up right now, Turkey Day, might get on the hotline later. We're doing that on Sunday. We're doing that on Sunday, post-Raiders game. We'll do that this Sunday. I said we'll do Hunna's Hotline every other Sunday. That's where we're at. In honor of Thanksgiving, I'd like to say thank you, Hunnaball, for the amazing content you put out. Never disappoint, always make my day. I've been watching for a little while now. I love it. Thank you, Matt Rod. I'm thankful for all you guys, man. I'm grateful. And you know what? I got to make more videos. That's one thing. I haven't dropped a long-form video in like a month. I miss it. I keep changing ideas. I keep liking a video idea, and then I get like halfway through. I'm like, oh, but what if I did this? And then the week passes. I'm like, well, I guess I missed a deadline again. Great. But I appreciate that, Matt Rod, and I appreciate you guys. Drop a like. Don't. I'm thankful for each and every one of you. Even you, Tyler, who's new here. You and Hunna Hotline again. We'll do it on Sunday. We're reopening the Hunna Hotline on Sunday. If you don't know, that is the Discord channel where you hop on stream, talk through your sports frustrations. As a Giants fan, I understand it no better. All right. Let's do this really quick. We're making a special tier. You guys probably know what's going to happen here. Perfect. There it is. Perfect timing. There you go. In fact, we're changing it to perfect timing. Let's go. I don't want to rank the Browns, but here they are. Okay. I think when we really bad, I think all these teams are fair. The Falcons won, but let's, you know, let's not get too excited here. Cardinals continue to lose. Commanders, I don't want to watch. Game script Warriors. The Bengals, man. We are going to factor this in. We're going to jam through this, by the way. Bengals, well, they're not underperforming. Yeah, they're underperforming. They're like 4-8. Yeah, they're underperforming. But would I rather pick the Bengals or the Niners? I'd rather pick the Bengals. Would I rather pick the Bengals or the Vikings? Bengals. Bengals or Chargers? I'll say it. Bengals. Top of this tier. Congratulations, Bengals. Vikings. Game script Warriors. They're moving down. Sorry, John. I'm thankful for Hunna's halftime hinge update and Hunna's awful pickup lines. Man. Man, I might get into a long-term relationship now, so I'm gonna have to drop those stupid pickup lines. I might stay on Hinge just for the bit. Who knows? We'll cross that bridge later. Chargers are staying here. They probably should go in good, but I don't like. But I just don't want to. You know, they were on bye last week. I'd rather not move them. My wrist hurt from flexing so much perfect timing. Vikings should move way down. But I want to watch 9 though. I want to watch 9. You know. Texans are moving up. Texans are moving all the way up to good, I guess, and like the top of good, I guess, mind you. Cowboys, I just said, man, I like watching them. I really do. We're gonna move them to the back end of this tier. Panthers, I like them. I do. They'll be at the back end of this tier, and I don't really care for the Packers again. Sorry, Tyler, but I'm not a big fan of the Packers this year. I picked them today. It was fun watching them, but I literally moved the Packers down after winning a game. That's not fair. That's not fair. I can't do that. I can't put Vikings in perfect timing. Move the Ravens. I'm gonna move the Ravens down. Believe me. Ravens are straight up underperforming. They're straight up underperforming. I can't move the Packers down if they won a game. I'm just like, they're good, but I don't like them. That's where I'm at. Mind you, they've played 2 games since I did this ranking. So they did, and they beat the Vikings too. Damn it. I was just looking for a reason. Damn it. They're good, but I don't like them. I'm not going to put them in contenders, but I'll put them at the top of good, I guess. They're at the top of good, I guess. And just for love of the game, the Gale tier's moving down. Just because Trevor threw 3 picks. That's it. I don't know. They should have beat the Cardinals by a lot more. Cowboys, sure, they can stick. Bears, we'll wait and see. Texans are right there, I guess. Lions are moving way down. Lions are moving. Am I really going to say the Lions are better or worse than the Panthers? Yes. Good, but I don't like. Sure, why not? We're here for hot takes. Good, but I don't like, especially with Amon-Ra hurt. Bears are very close to being moved, but for now, they're going to stick. They're going to stick. Ravens are ass. I'm going to move the Ravens, all right? Packers are right on the cusp. They're right on the cusp. Cowboys are better than the Packers. Woof. This is getting heated. Ravens under the Bengals. Yeah, they are. They're right there. Right there. I think if the Ravens got a couple things to break their way tonight, they could have won, but it didn't break out. It didn't happen like that. Bengals are better right now today. Crazy hot take I don't like. Which one? Which one are we talking here? But anyways, as far as these go, Chiefs, man, the Chiefs can't be contenders. They just can't be. Not with a 500 record in week 13, 6-6, 1-5 on the road. They cannot be considered contenders. Good, but I don't like them. In fact, I dare to say they're underperforming. Crazy hot take I don't like. You don't think the Lions should be below the... I know, the Lions, I'm all over the place with this list. It's just the Lions, like... I gotta make more tiers. I gotta make more tiers. The Lions are definitely better than half these teams. They are. They're better than half these teams. I'm overreacting. The game was close. Packers are lucky their division's on... Their division's easier. Cowboy Stadium's our second home stadium. There you go. That is true. Every time the Packers go into Dallas, it's lights out. That's why the Packers will stay ahead of the Cowboys. If the we're gonna find out Lions Cowboys who plays, but we're gonna leave it right now. So as it stands right now today, I'm gonna take the Lions. If they lose, I will be right back here next Thursday, moving the Cowboys accordingly. But until then, this is going to stick. The Bills. I honestly think... God, man, we got... Oh, boy, this is going to be such a headache. Oh, boy, are the Packers contenders? Are the Packers contenders, man? I'm like looking at this. I'm not going to leave the Bills up here because the Bills keep losing, right? The Bills just lost. No? Am I making that up? Yeah, they lost to the Texans. The Bills are on a bit of a skid. Like, they beat the Bucks, but they lost to the Texans and the Dolphins. The Bills are on a bit of a weird little spin. We'll see what happens after the Steelers game, but damn, switch Bills and Packers. Yeah, Tyler's saying the Packers. Bills are barely watchable. Absolutely. Ah, damn it. Fine. Fine. All right, fine. Jeez. Going right there. We're going right there. Packers better than the Bills. Bills should sign Odell now that the suspension's over. Bring him back to the Giants. Once a Giant, always a Giant. All right, Tyler has single-handedly convinced me on Jordan Love and the Packers. One Thanksgiving day, just need to have the Cowboys and Lions play each other and just call it, and just have like one random flex day or flex game. I agree. That's not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Hot take, Bills barely watchable. Yeah, I mean, they're good when, like, the Bills are good when they're playing a bad team. They're very much like the Lions. You know how it's easy to say the Eagles or the Broncos of the NFC? I think the same goes for the Bills and the Lions. It's like when they're running the ball, when they're like doing trickery and like having fun, like dunking on the Saints or whatever random team, they're cool to watch. But when they're actually in a close game, it's very tough to believe in them. Jordan Love's like barely top 15. There are no elite teams this year. Shit, there are barely any consistently good teams. That's what I mean. This is a very reactionary list we have. Hot take, Lions aren't that good of a win. I'm assuming you mean of a team, and I'm not going to sit here and disagree with you, Otis. Oh, man, a lot of chats to keep up with. Again, drop a like if you haven't already. Okay. Who else should cross the border into contenders? Because it can't be Tampa. We got to move Tampa down, too. We got to move Tampa, like, well down. They're so beat up. They're so injured. I don't think Tampa beats the Bears. I don't think they beat the Lions. At least this Tampa team. I don't think they beat the Cowboys. I don't think they beat the Panthers. I love Tampa, but... Are they even good, I guess, anymore? I like Tampa. That's why I can't put them here. And I can't put them in the Gale tier. Rams are fool's gold. Okay, I like that take. No, I think the Packers need to be moved down just because that cheese gimmick is stupid. The cheese gimmick is cool. Get Tampa out. They're too injured. Oh, man. They are too injured, but I don't want to put them in a good, but I don't like. I love the Bucks. You know what, though? I will say the Teddy Bridgewater Bucks are basically unwatchable. If Teddy Bridgewater's rolling out there, I don't like them. Straight up. They're moving down far. They're just too damn hurt. Am I going to have to move Houston into the contender? Who does Houston have? Houston has Indy, right? If Houston takes down the Dan Jones Colts, I'm going to have to flip them. And the Houston Texans are going to be bona fide contenders. And that's not something I can wrap my head around. This tier list is making my brain spin. The quarterback one is so much easier. The Hunnah's Hill. This team one is getting very difficult. Here's what I'll say. Seahawks had a better week than the Patriots. That's it. That's it. And also the Eagles lost. So for now, they'll go behind Denver. That's it. Those are all the changes I'm making to this tier list. I'm still looking at the contenders and the good, I guess, tier. Seeing what I can move around. You guys tell me, swap Houston and the Packers. What happens if Bears win tomorrow? What's up, JAXP7BP? What happens if the Bears win tomorrow? Then the Bears are jacking all the way up to Super Bowl or bust, man. Straight up. Bears are going. Bears are going right to the top. Waiting all day for Black Friday. That game is at 12 noon Pacific and 3 o'clock Eastern. So it's kind of a wonky time, so make sure you're tuned in. I hope you don't have work or school. If you do, that sucks. Should the Texans be concerned that Stroud's been out with a month for... He came back, though. He was back last week, though. So, yeah, it was concerning, but he's back. I think he played last week. I'm, like, almost certain he played on Thursday. Oh, what? I could have sworn he played on Thursday. What is going on with CJ Stroud? K. Killoran. What's up, man? What is going on with Stroud? Is he going to play? Hold on. God, geez, Otis. You got me. Or no, American Dragon, son, you got me. He practiced in full. He'll be back. He's back. He's back. He's back. Game will be cinema. Eagles would trade Hurts for Love in a second, and I'm not even a Packers fan. What are you a fan of, Kaloran? We're doing fan bingo around here. Who's your team, K. Kaloran? That's a good question. I'd like for everyone to give me their 2 cents on that. If you're if the Eagles and Packers just said, hey, let's do a quarterback swap, who says no in that equation? Because for me, I'm going Jalen Hurts. Winning pedigree, more just athletic, can make all the throws relatively. Obviously, he has a lot of help, but I don't think Jordan Love would be great without a solid team around him. I'd rather have Jalen Hurts, and I'm not a big Jalen Hurts guy. As you can see, I don't have him as a top 10 quarterback. He's behind Shador. But I'd rather have Jalen Hurts, personally. But you guys let me know. Who says no to that? Game will be cinema. Yeah, no, it will be. It will be. Lol. Davis Mills, Mills did. Facts, Cake, Lauren. Hot take, Hurts and Love are mid. Hot take, Love is elite. I love this conversation. Packers say no because Hurts can't throw. Wow, Hurts just can't throw. The Jalen Hurts opinions are all over the place. It's so funny to me. I think it's hilarious. Yep, Stroud's going to play. But yeah, so this is where we're at, tier list. Love was elite. When? At what point has he been elite this season? At what point has anyone thought Jordan Love has been like a top 5, top 8 guy? I wasn't there for that week. I wasn't around. I'm used to seeing Jordan Love throw for 120 yards. Throat goat Davis Mills runs this league. Hurts sucks. You guys are hilarious. The Jalen Hurts discourse is one of my favorites of all time, honestly. Eagles offensive coordinator sucks. Well, no one's going to disagree with you. Are we in like 1984 if we lost our minds? Jordan Love is mid. I don't even know who to respond to. I got Tyler and K. Kaloran saying Love's the greatest guy ever. And then I got everyone else saying that Love is mid and overrated. I don't even know like what the narrative is anymore. It's getting distorted. I don't even know what to follow. Drop a like. Bro, chugging that water. I know, seriously. I'm thirsty, man. It was a salty turkey. It was a salty Thanksgiving turkey. Love was an MVP talks in like week 2, but nothing else. So what I'm hearing is teams switch for one barely top QB for another. 2 barely top 20 QBs. Oh, man. Rage baiting quarterbacks. It's the best thing ever. By the way, Shador's undefeated, so he's perfect. So he's at the top of my tier list over here. Okay. Okay, since we can't really come to a consensus, here's my question to you guys. If you're the Eagles or the Packers, and I'm sure there's going to be resounding answers here. This is going to be a really off-the-wall question. Let's say you're the Eagles. Let's say you're the Packers. Hell, I'll throw this in there as well. Say you're the Lions. And you have the option to either pay, because all their contracts are about to kick in. Jalen Hurts' contract is going to kick in next year. Jordan Love's, I'm sure, isn't far behind. Jared Goff's going to eat $69 million of cap next year. Let's check the Packers really quick. 2026, Jordan Love is going to eat not that much of the salary cap. He's actually got a pretty good... There it is. There's the money. Okay, so Jordan Love's got a little bit of time though before his real money kicks in. Here's my question to you guys. Would you rather, starting an NFL team, contracts, age, everything considered, would you rather have Jordan Love, Jalen Hurts, Jared Goff, or Cam Ward? Cam Ward. Quarterback who's young, quarterback who has all the physical tools, quarterback who has high ceiling, pretty low floor, but he's something you can work around. Would you rather have those? Which of those quarterbacks would you rather have over Cam Ward? I'm assuming some of you guys are going to be like, all of them. Duh, Cam Ward sucks. Cam Ward's been putting it together. Cam Ward's been putting it together. Okay. Cam Ward. Love easy. I'm tired. Oh, man. I like Hurts, but it's fun to troll Philly fans. It is. It is fun. Love and Hurts should both be working at McDonald's. Love is worth every penny. Oh, man. Cam Ward going to be a backup in 3 years. Jesus, we're all over the place with this take. I like it. Look at it like this. Pax wins the next few games, barely lose. You can't logically see them making it to the Super Bowl or even the first round. Well, they can make the first round if they win the division. But again, I get what you're saying, Muhammad. Low ceiling. Best players Philly has had offensively drafted outside Vic, Saquon, AJ Brown. Yeah, but like LaShawn McCoy, he was pretty good. He was drafted an Eagle, right? I think they've had some good picks too. Brent Selleck. Hello. Love Cam Ward, Cam Ward, Cam Ward, Cam Ward. His cheeks, dude's a nobody. He has the tools, though. He's young and he's cheap. You can build your own. It's the Family Guy thing. You could either have a boat or a mystery box, which could have anything, even a boat. None of the above. Dak Prescott, because he's the GOAT. Dak Prescott is the answer. There we go. Ward's going to win a Super Bowl. Ward is 23. That's what I mean. Realistically, Ward. Yeah, he's okay. So it seems like the overwhelming majority is saying Cam Ward, take the young guy over all these like iffy, elite, not elite franchise QBs. Goff is 5 years from retiring. Yeah, just about. Maybe even less. That's an interesting thought. Who's the OC? That's a good point. Let's just best OC you can find. Best, let's say you put him on the Rams. Put any of these guys on the Rams. Best coaching staff you can find. And just find out. Cam's got a lot of potential. If it doesn't work with Tennessee, he can work somewhere else. I completely agree. I think this is a guy that could easily have a bounce back resurgence. Hell yeah. Love is going to be on a Hall of Fame. Is going to be a Hall of Famer. Book it. Okay, so he's going to be a Super Bowl champion and a Hall of Famer. This is what Tyler is saying. Mark it today, guys. Thanksgiving 2025. Tyler is calling a Hall of Fame career out of Jordan Love. I like it, but I can't say I agree. Ward's going to win a Super Bowl someday. Love won't even touch MVP. We'll never sniff Hoff. None of them are elite. Cam Ward sucks, man. Cam Ward, they all belong in McDonald's. Every quarterback sucks. I don't know if you guys heard or not, but every quarterback sucks. Packers get QB right. Well, if Jordan Love doesn't win a Super Bowl this year, I guess he's behind the pack. So there you go. You get it, pack. Anyways. By the way, I'm going Eagles spread, just in case anyone was wondering. We have to do our full-on picks, too. Damn, I just realized we have to do the Hunnaball parlay. Oh, boy, we're going to have to jam through those because I'm really enjoying this QB conversation, but I'll leave it open for now. By the way, here are the MVP odds, if anyone was wondering. Here comes Jordan Love. Where's Jordan Love? Okay. Plus 4,500. Same odds as Sam Darnold. It's not awful. Same odds as Jalen Hurts. Not awful. It's less good. Oh, man. Okay. Cool. Looks like Matt Stafford, odds on favor with Drake May not far behind. There you go. JT, Josh Allen. Okay, so this is the MVP odds, if anyone was wondering. I'm going to pick games now. We'll be quick because I'm really, like I said, I'm enjoying this sports convo. But I already said we're going to go Eagles spread. I picked the wrong one again. Cam Ward's been in the league for 1 year on the goddamn Titans. That's what I mean. Give the guy a chance. I'd take Caleb over Cam Ward in a heartbeat. Damn, really? I don't know about that. Caleb Williams is really trying to get these out of structure throws. Give the man a good team again. 5 Hour Energy saying he's QB suck. I'm a Raiders fan. What makes us not forget everything? Jackson Dart, the next Tom Brady. Jackson Dart, the next Tom Brady. I mixed up Otis and Matt Rod's post because they have very similar user pictures. But yes, QB suck. I'm a Raider fan. What makes us? Jackson Dart's the man. It's just Stafford's to lose at this point. Agreed. We're going to lightning round these picks. Rams, Panthers, 10 points is a lot. Especially in Carolina. Just to piss off Ashkan. We're going Panthers plus 10. Just to piss you off, dude. And all the Rams fans that come in and out of here. I think it's just Ashkan. We're going Panthers. Keep pounding. Texans, Colts. If Dan Jones can't move and Houston's red hot, we're going Houston. Niners, Browns. You think I'm crazy? I don't care. Brock Purdy's a turnover machine and is not going to be able to score on this Browns defense. Shador Sanders is going to have the ball the entire game. You know where I'm going with this. We're taking Browns plus 4.5. Boom, shaka, laka. What else? Jags, Titans. I don't know, man. I don't know. Worst take ever. Rams easily destroyed that spread. I'm going with it. I'm going with it. Texans. I still don't have a real opinion on Caleb yet. Back half of the season will probably solidify one. It's tough to have one. It really is. You watch him play and it's not inspiring, but then he wins games, so you don't know what to do. It's like QBs are wins are a QB stat, so you never know. Rams logo does not have black and red bird. Panthers are not winning. I'm not saying the Panthers are winning. I'm saying they'll cover 10 points at home. I don't think that's crazy. It's the worst take ever. I think you guys are falling into the trap. You're drinking the Kool-Aid. Now I'm going to have to really defend this take. I think the Rams are going to win. 10 points is a lot at home. I'm just saying. Jags Titans. This is tough, man, because we have Gale, friend of the channel. Everyone loves Gale. And he talks about the Jags and how good they are, but they keep eking out these random ass wins. I've been picking the Titans like 3 or 4 weeks in a row now. 3 weeks and then they had a bye. I'm not going to hop off the bandwagon now. Do I think the Titans are going to win? Maybe, maybe not, but we're going with the spread. I think the game will be close, especially in Tennessee. This is the week where we're taking the home underdogs. Don't care what you guys say. Who's guarding Tay, man? We have an unbeatable red zone strategy. Yeah, throw to a wide receiver. That's beatable, Ashkan. You ever heard of a free safety? That's how you beat it. Jesus. Cardinals Bucks. Who wants to watch this game? Man, Teddy versus the Cardinals are due. The Cardinals haven't won a game since September. The Cardinals are due. We'll take the Cardinals with the points. No one wants to watch this game, though. I just turn it off. Just take it away. Rams are going to destroy them. They just murdered the Bucks. I look. They murdered the injured Bucks. This is the Titans. Then stop it. Bryce Young is going to be seeing ghosts. Nobody can stop Tay. Otis is giving his picks. It's stoppable, Ashkan. Stopping a 32, 33-year-old wide receiver in the red zone is possible. It's difficult, apparently, but it is possible, dude. Let's not act like it's this unbeatable, crazy strategy to have Devontae Adams going a slant. 99% of the gambler quit right when the Texans win when the Titans win the big one. Yeah, we've been riding with the Titans all season long. Before the season started, I said the Titans are going to lose every single game, and so far they've proved me right on every week besides one, and that Cardinals game they should not have won. Again, I am not saying the Titans are going to win this week, but I like a 6-point spread at home. He has most touchdowns in the league. I know. I'm just a slant, a fade. I've seen the plays, Ashkan. I get it. A slant, a fade. He's really good in the red zone. He's also old. You can't bank on throwing in the red zone every single time. But, the Rams are good, dude. I just think the Panthers are going to keep it close. That's all I'm saying. All right? The Panthers, for the jokes, will lose to the 49ers and beat the Rams to be very Panthers. That's what I mean. It's very possible. And you know what, guys? Just to give you some free game, by the way, I'm not in a legal sports betting state. I just like picking lines for the hell of it. Dude, if there's ever a good strategy to have, and feel free to credit me on this, bet in favor of the team that got embarrassed on prime time the week before. And this week, that's the Panthers. The public saw that Monday night game and was like, the Panthers aren't even good. Why was I buying into this team? 10 points? The Rams are going to win by more than 10 points. The Rams are awesome. This is what's called a trap. You're supposedly a betting sharp, Ashkan. This is a trap game. I'm getting in an isolated argument with Ashkan now. You should put all your money on the Titans winning the Super Bowl. Not in a sports betting state. Or else I would. Saints Dolphins. I'm going Dolphins. The Dolphins have been red hot. The Dolphins are sneaky good, and the Dolphins could actually put together a couple wins, and Mike McDaniels, this is crazy to say, could actually keep his job. And I think the Dolphins are actually playing for something now. They're kind of finding a little momentum. I'm going with the Dolphins. Falcons Jets. Who wants to watch this game? I don't. Blind dart throw? No, it's not, bro. Trap game. Okay, buddy. It is. It is. 10 points on the road is a ton, and you know it, especially for a team that's 500. Falcons, Jets. God damn, I do not want to pick this. I feel like they already played this. I feel like they played this game already in London. Why is this? God, man, why is this a thing? Americans Dragon, are you still here, man? Who should we go with here? I'm going, or any Falcons fan. We got Shrek here as well. We got any Falcons fans, please. Please, a trap for the Super Bowl favorite Rams. It will destroy Bryce. Yeah, that's exactly it, man. It's any given Sunday, you guys, man. I'm telling you, any given Sunday. I'm going phone a friend on this one. Falcons, Jets, or if John Ratcliffe's still in here. Man, it's not a trap game. Hawks will destroy the Vikings just because Sam will feel like it. Yeah, we'll get to that one. And spoiler, yeah. JJ McCarthy over under 1.5 pick sixes. Tyler's saying Jets. All right. Anyone else got some takes? So far, we got 1 vote for Jets. Okay, bet on Kirko. We're even now. Is it Tyrod? It's Tyrod, right? It's got to be Tyrod. It's not Justin Fields. Just can't be. I'm pretty sure it's Tyrod. Yeah, it's Tyrod. All right, cool. Any given Sunday, maybe for a Giants fan. Yeah! The Giants have been competing with every team they've played. If there's any team that's proven any given Sunday, it's the Giants. Just saying. Who wants to fly with them ghetto birds? When you're messing with a real team like the Rams, you go into the game knowing you're going to lose. Yeah, man, totally. Yeah, these teams are like, well, let's just throw it all away. We're going to lose to the Rams because they're red hot and we're at home. Yeah, right, dude. You think Matthew Stafford wants to play in North Carolina in November, basically December? Yeah, right, man. If anything's free in this one, it's the under, by the way. Just saying. Bet on Bijan's knee exploding on MetLife turf. Hunter pick up Chargers against the Raiders. TBH, I'd rather see Justin Herbert win than Gino. Jesus, Otis, you're down bad. What is a fantasy football sleeper, waiver wire sleeper I should go pick up? My wire receiver wants T. Higgins / Ted McMillan. Ooh. Might be kind of crazy, but is Matt Collins available? He played in Detroit. Ashkan, you're a moron, dude. He played in Detroit, right? Yeah, Detroit's really cold in the winter, right? Yeah. Must have been really tough for him to play in Ford Field. Are you guys crazy? He played in Detroit. It's a dome. It's a dome. Am I going crazy? Is Ford Field an outdoor stadium all of a sudden and no one told me? What are you guys talking about? He played in Detroit. Indoors? What are you talking about, man? Oh, Lord. I'm picking the damn Falcons just because I want to move on. I'm picking the damn Falcons. I don't know. Sorry, Tyler. Normally I'll take your word, but who wants to fly with them dirty birds made me happy, with them ghetto birds. But I do appreciate the take, Tyler. Raiders, Chargers. You know what? Otis said to take the Chargers, and I want to, but I'm not going to. I'm not taking the Chargers with a 9.5 point spread in what is definitely not a home field advantage. No way. I'm going Raiders. You can book it right here today, Otis. It's the big week of the underdogs. You suck. TBH Rams, best team in the league, but Panthers lose to the Saints and beat the Rams because they feel like it. Thank you, Otis. And they don't even have to win. They just have to not lose by 2 scores. That's it. Your picks are rage bait. No, they're not. Your comments are rage bait. Matthew Stafford played in Detroit, so he's used to cold weather. What planet are we on? What are you talking about? Bills beat the Steelers because who likes the Steelers? Don't care where the game's played. Broncos, Commanders, under's the bet here, but if we have to pick a team, we're going Broncos. God, I don't want to watch this game. Whatever. We'll have to talk about it. And Giants with the spread, Giants money line, whatever you want. We're taking the Giants every single week and twice on Monday. Your picks are making me cringe. What is such the bad pick here? Hot take: the Chargers will choke the majority of remaining schedule. Agreed. How do you think this is going to be close? Tech getting locked up. Okay, then they'll throw it to Jalen Coker or Xavier Legette, or they'll run the ball. Is Tommy Tremble still a Panther? Come on. Jatavius Sanders, Bryce Young. Again, guys, I'm going to say this one more time because this has completely dominated the TBH SoFi best current Raider home field. Exactly. Agreed. Rico not making it to the second level once. I believe he will. I think he will, dude. Here's what I'll say. This is the last I'm going to say this. Because clearly Oshkon and 5 Hour Energy 69, love you both, are not understanding this one point. So I'm going to say this one more time. I'm going to move on from this pick. I am not saying that the Rams are going to lose to the Panthers. I'm just saying, from an objective standpoint, the Panthers getting 10 points at home means that Vegas thinks that the 500 Carolina Panthers, in a season where any given Sunday has never been more true, and there's no real elite teams other than the perfect Rams, apparently, other than the perfect Rams who almost lost to the Dan Jones Colts at home, mind you, you're telling me that there's no way that the Panthers cover a 10-point spread at home in the winter against a Rams team that's super old and could very easily just have a bad day? You think that's impossible? It's impossible. Impossible. Jatavius Miles Sanders. Exactly. Good pull. Legette can't catch. I need Ted for my fantasy. Now you're rage bait. You're stupid. When Stafford played for Detroit, they didn't play in Ford Field. They played outdoors. Yeah, Otis. Yeah, I'm sure they did. I'm not taking that. They've been playing at Ford Field since Barry Sanders. Ford Field. When did this become a thing? 75! It opened in 2002. Stafford was drafted in 2008. It was renovated in 2017. Yeah, right. You guys calling me the rage baiter. Yeah, right, dude. Nah, man, I'm not sitting here and taking that. No way. You're acting like it's cold in North Carolina. Dude, in November, December? Yeah, it's cold. Bro, I've been there. My mom used to live out there. Shout out Hannah Mom. Okay, North Carolina weather right now. Guarantee you it's a lot colder than LA. It's 35. Bro, the game is going to be 48 and cloudy. That's not like super cold, but let's not forget the jet lag. Let's not forget about jet lag, all right? Guys, you can't use logic when talking about the Panthers. It was outdoors, though. Yeah, all right, Otis. Our defense is the youngest in the league. I don't care, man. I don't care. Okay, so it's going to be 48 and cloudy on this day. It might rain a little bit. You know what? I might just think the Panthers are going to win. You guys are convincing me the complete opposite way. Oshcott unsubscribed. You said that last stream, too. You guys are completely convincing me. I think I just picked the Panthers straight at this point. Screw you, man. Screw you, Oshcon. 5-hour energy's pissed. 48's cold for California standards. No, it is. Okay, I'm crazy. I swear the Lions played outdoors. They didn't. I'm sorry, Otis. They didn't. Barry Sanders. Even when they had Barry Sanders, they played in a dome. Like prior to Ford Field. Like it opened in 2002. But when was the Lions' first stadium? The Lions moved to Pontiac Silverdome. By the mid-90s. Yeah, okay. So, the Silverdome. So they played in a dome, man. They've been playing in a dome forever. Barry Sanders played in a dome. Is it cold in Houston, too? What the hell? Yeah, I felt bad and resubscribed, but now I'm pissed. Oshcon's pissed. Yeah, don't unsubscribe. I notice every subscribe and resubscribe. I notice every number that moves. I can't believe we're an hour and a half into this. This has been so fun. Glad we could all, break bread, so to speak, and share Thanksgiving together by rage baiting each other. But these are my picks. I'm going to read them again because I, got to make sure that I feel confident in all these. Going Eagles spread. I hope I'm wrong. Going Eagles spread. Going Panthers spread. Strongly going Panthers spread, mind you. Strongly going Texans spread with or without Dan Jones, even though I'm assuming he'll play. A limited Dan Jones against this Texans defense won't be pretty. I bet there'll be more interceptions than touchdowns. Niners, Browns. Brock Purdy sucks. And Browns defense is for real. Come on, Shador, bring it home. 4.5 at home is solid. Titans +6 at home. Like it. I love it. These are kind of locks. Cardinals +3- against Tampa. Who cares? Move on. Who cares? Oh, what? Then we got, if it'll just refresh here. There we go. Saints, Dolphins. Feel pretty strong about this one. Dolphins -5.5 over the Saints. Falcons -2.5 in New York. That one I don't feel so good about. You know what, honestly? You know what? Sorry, Falcons fans. I'm going with what Tyler said. When in doubt, pick the home team. When in doubt. I know John wants them to lose. So Jets fans want them to lose, so they probably won't win. But hey, when in doubt, pick the home team. Vikings, Seahawks. Seahawks are going crazy. Again, 9 will throw more pick sixes than touchdowns. I'm very confident. Raiders getting their home game in LA. Chargers are so beat up. Max Crosby's going to have a few sacks. Defense will probably look better. Raiders are really bad, but 9.5 ain't too shabby. Bills -3.5 against the lame Steelers. This game could go anyway, but if we're going to predict, let's go with the Bills. Why not? Broncos Commanders, the probably worst Sunday Night Football game matchup of my lifetime. Can't believe they didn't flex this one out, but here we are, I guess. We'll take the Broncos, but I don't want to watch it. You don't want to watch it, so let's just move on. And then we got to pick the Giants. So there we go. I'm sorry, American Dragon Son, but you haven't exactly made the Falcons seem like a desirable franchise. I hear you coming here talking about how they suck, Raheem Moron, all this stuff, and Kirk Cousins and all this. I just think when in doubt, you go with the home team. Oh, boy. Let's hear it. And it's Charlotte. It'll be 50, actually. Really? Oh, that's actually a game changer. 50, from 48 to 50. Charlotte NC weather. Let's see. Damn it. The worst typer in YouTube returns. 35 right now. 48. Yeah, okay, 48. A little bit of rain. Yes, that's literally what I saw. Yeah, 48, a little bit of rain. Again, it's not like cold, but Matthew Stafford's not going to be comfortable. That's for sure. Stafford is old. I said cold. He is old, but cold. Stafford having his best season at 37. Again, I said cold. I know you're raging when you said take can be stopped in the red zone. No team stopped him until now. Okay, let's do this. Let's do this. Here it is. Devontae Adams is 32 years old. He was born in 1992. He's 6'1", 215 pounds. I'm not saying that he's bad. I'm saying that it is objectively possible to stop him in the red zone. You're rage baiting me, Ashkan, and I'm sick of it. Just like Thanksgiving, we're having an argument over Thursday Night Football. There you go. There you go. Hot take, Seahawks will get embarrassed in the playoffs. I think I like that take a lot. I like that take a lot. I think Sam Darnold playing from behind. Although, Sam Darnold, you know, we said this about Jared Goff, Jordan Love, a bunch of quarterbacks. Sam Darnold has actually looked better in pressure situations. That Rams game wasn't great. He threw 4 picks, but he still stayed pretty relatively composed. Hell, that was the best 4-pick game I've seen in my life. So, you know, maybe Darnold will figure it out, but I don't hate the take. You want to know a good pick for the Rams game? Either defense to score. Yeah, either defense to score. That's not bad. It's not bad. Kirko's carrying us to the playoffs. Steve, Dallas Cowboys fan. There it is. Cowboys. Drop a like, Steve. Welcome. We love the Cowboys around here. Kirko's carrying us to the playoffs. He knows how to get under center like a real man. Is Kirko better than Penix? That's a who cares question, but I think Penix probably has the leg up a little bit. Knows how to get under center like a real man. We aren't in doubt the Rams are the best team. They're going to roll. Let's see it. Let's see it, man. You guys have nothing but reaffirmed my pick in Panthers spread. I cannot wait, dude. If the Panthers win, dude, I hope you guys stop by and we can have a dialogue. Don't shy away from the Hunnaball stream if the Panthers win. And if the Rams win, I'll own it. If the Rams win by more than 10, I'll own it. Rams are nothing without the human thumb. The Rams are nothing. Like 9-2. Wait, is 9 hurt or not? Oh shoot, is 9 hurt? 9 is hurt. It's Brosmer. Oh, wait, it's Brosmer. Oh, that changes the whole thing. It's Max Brosmer. All right, let's get the real conversation started. Who's in the wrong? Israel, Palestine. Yeah, thanks, Ashkan. Thanks. I'm going to acknowledge that one. I do have a pretty strong stance, but I'm not getting into it. Not getting into it. I would love... Not getting into it. I'm not going to get into it. Anyways, y'all using way too much logic for the Panthers game. Just flip a coin and run with it. No, exactly. I'm going 10. This is just like if this were just team A, team B, be the same exact thing. A team getting, a 500 team getting 10 points at home. I'm betting that team. Especially when the other team plays on the other side of the country. You use your mind, guys. Sam Darnold's go-to QB and looks like the second coming of Brady unless he plays the Rams. Then he sees ghosts. Vikings playoff game in his last Rams game. Yeah, fair enough. Agreed. Penix better, but I think the OC understands Kirk more, if that makes sense. Yeah, they can run the offense better. It makes sense. I feel like I know your stance. I don't know. One's been doing something bad to the countries near them for a while. Brosmer, make yourself famous game incoming, as he can have his Tommy DeVito game. This game got a lot more interesting now. I might change my pick here. I thought it was 9. God, Brosmer making his debut against the Seahawks. Put some hair on your chest, Max. Right now, he's in the terrible tier. He's right here. He's right there in the terrible tier, right next to Kirk Cousins and Tyrod Taylor. He's between these two guys. Ahead of Geno, ahead of Marcus, ahead of DG. He has not played, at least, like, you know, much. He took like a snap on that Thursday game against the Chargers. Should we just say to hell with it? Here's what I'll say. I think, again, I'm not actually betting this. By the way, if you ride with Hunnaball, put $1 on this. You make $4,000. Just saying. But I want to see Brosmer succeed. I really do. I think we can live in a world. I just don't know why I started a sentence like that. I think we can live in a world where Max Brosmer plays well and people start to talk about him or 9, but the Vikings also lose by more than 12 points. I think they could keep the game close and the Seahawks score a couple meaningless touchdowns at the end, cover the spread, but people leave the game saying, damn, this Brosmer guy's okay. This guy's all right. I feel like I know your stance. League chat definitely knows your stance. Yeah, no, I mean, you guys can take a guess, but I'm not going to get into the details of it because I am underread on the conflict in the Middle East. But, you know, one of my favorite clips, it's going to be tough to find, but it's from my draft stream. I have it in my photo album. Let me shoot it over. I'm going to see if I can download this quick because this is the only time I've ever talked about Michael Penix on this channel. If I can send this video through, I really hope so. But Hunter watches Ben Shapiro videos before going to sleep. Hunter, don't your career could be canceled before you hit your peak. Yeah, that's my concern. Getting canceled for having an opinion. No, man. Cancel culture is not real, guys. Let's be honest. Come on. We're all just here to have fun and talk sports. Minnesota just signed Desmond Ridder too. Ooh, a sneaky good sign. A little frisky. All right. While I pull up this video, I'm gonna take a couple screenshots of my Hunna's picks. And as always, you can tail for $1. Pays out big. And again, it's an underdog Thanksgiving. Why can't it be an underdog Sunday as well? Big. One more. These are some clean screenshots I'm getting off, by the way. This is awesome. Done. All right. Cancel. Listen, let's prove it. Yeah, no, okay. Well, that's that much I'm not gonna do. Great, dude. It can't be uploaded. What the hell? Come on, Google Drive. Come on, man. Let's go. What's your prediction for next year's team rankings? Like as far as like the NFL? Oh boy, I couldn't even tell you. I'd have to look at scheduling. I have to look at the draft, free agency. I hope the Giants are better. I do. I hope the Falcons kind of figure things out. It would be nice if the Raiders were actually worth watching. It'd be nice if the Patriots came out as like favorites to win the AFC. It'd be nice if the Bears, I don't know, looked consistent for once. The Panthers kept building. It'd be nice if the Colts overpaid Dan Jones and we could really find out what he's made out of. It'd be nice to see if Shador got a full offseason to practice with the first team. I don't know. There's a lot of ifs. But I'd be excited to see it. I'll say that much. I'm excited to see it. Dude, okay, I can't upload this video. Basically, I was going to pull up a clip where I was kind of loosely talking, and this video is still on my channel, this live, me reacting to the 2024 NFL draft. I was talking about Israel-Palestine, and then the Falcons were on the clock and took Michael Penix, so I kind of just completely changed courses. TBH9's gotten a bit out of hand, but he's not worse than like Carson Wentz. Backup, he's not even the worst starting QB. Again, it's gotten out of hand, but that's because he embraced the whole cringe cornball thing. You can't come back from that in the NFL. You just can't. If you're bad and corny, dude, could you imagine? Bro, people hate. We just talked about how much Jalen Hurts sucks and how everyone hates him and he can't complete a pass. Should be working at McDonald's. Dude, he won a Super Bowl. He's just corny. No one likes him. He's not a dude you'd want to like hang out with, so no one likes him. So imagine that, but also being bad. Imagine Jalen Hurts, but being bad. That's JJ McCarthy. Just saying. College success, national championship, but at the end of the day, not a quarterback you want to attach your team to. Even if he does win a Super Bowl, which JJ McCarthy likely will not. Bills will fire McDermott and hire Dable. That would be crazy if they fired McDermott and hired Brian Dable. Took the Giants leftovers. That would be nuts. It would be fun. I like the take. I hope so. What are the Bills' odds? The Bills are going to keep McDermott, man. The Bills aren't going to fire McDermott. They're not even going to be odds. Hope my Titans are good next year. That's right. We got 5 Hour Energy 6'9", covering in for Ann Volix as the Titans fan. So this team's supposed to keep building. It's going to cover up the spread at home because it's a little cold and rainy. So the team is supposed to keep... Yeah, that's exactly it. They have a lot of good pieces, and I would like for them to keep building on it. I'd hang out with Jalen Hurts. JJ headlights or handoffs. Jesus, JJ highlights or handoffs. You'd hang out with Jalen Hurts? Maybe. Should have a conversation. Share a glass of whiskey. But yeah, so these are our picks for the week. If you don't like it, suck it. These are the teams for the week. If you don't like it, that's fair. Keep McDermott when they get bounced in the playoffs every year. Yeah, but the alternative is Brian Dable. To be fair, Brian Dable has won a playoff game, but, you know, Sean McDermott's won a playoff game more recently. Dable should come to Tennessee. Woo. Honestly, I don't look, I'm a Giants fan. I don't like Brian Daboll. I was pretty happy when he got fired, although, you know, reluctantly, because I think it's annoying when franchises get excited about someone losing their job. It's like, no, we suck. We should not be celebrating this. We should be like kicking ourselves. If you want to develop Cam Ward, there are worse options than Brian Daboll. Like, I'd rather have Brian Daboll than like Eddie George. Certainly more than Arthur Smith. Some other fellas. I don't know. Maybe the Titans can get Mike McCarthy. Take him away from the Giants. That'd be sick. I go to the gym with Hurts. That's it, though. That would be sick. I'd feel like such a loser going to the gym with Jalen Hurts. Not gonna act like Jalen Hurts isn't a chill guy. Would you rather hang out with him or some guy like Joe Flacco? I think I'd rather, in an isolated sense, I'd rather hang out with Jalen Hurts one-on-one. Like, this is so silly. I'd rather hang out with Jalen Hurts. I'd rather hang out with Jalen Hurts one-on-one and just have like a nice, like, down-ass conversation. But would I rather be friends with Jalen Hurts or Joe Flacco? Joe Flacco easily. Joe Flacco just seems a lot more easygoing. Jalen Hurts is... People probably hang with Jalen Hurts and they're like, oh, God, he is a lot these days. Man, that guy... I don't know, dude. Just a lot to deal with, I'd imagine. Bills could lose Allen if they don't want to fire McDermott. How much longer does he want to lose? It's a good question, actually. Again, it's how you frame coaches. Like, what are the options, though? What are the alternatives? John Gruden, like, Brian Daboll? Really? I don't know, man. Will Black Friday stream be after or during Black Friday? It'll be after. I actually don't know when, though. Because the game's at 12. I don't want to, like, strike the iron at, like, 9 at night West. It'll probably be right after the game. Yeah, it'll probably be, like, right after the game. So, at, like, 4 or 5 West. So, maybe, like, 8 or 9. Subscribe and turn notifications on to find out when I hop on. Damien is here. Damien owns you. Joe Shiesty is the savior for Cincy. I thought the defense was what won him the game tonight, but hey, teach their own. I'm assuming you're a Bengals fan, Damien, so I'm glad you guys won. McCarthy could develop Ward very well. That's true. That's true. Wouldn't be opposed. Brian Schottenheimer is the second coming of Jimmy Johnson. Okay, let's keep that. Let's keep that. What does this take? A lot to deal with. I think that's spot on. Jalen is the friend that tries to convert your religion every time you hang out, but he's cool outside of that. Exactly. He's the guy who, like, if he's there, cool, but you're not like inviting him to a hangout and like, come on, Jalen, let's go bowl or something, right? You don't go mini golfing with Jalen Hurts, but like, you don't go to the batting cages or the driving range with Jalen Hurts. You go to like a nice dinner if he's paying. It makes it sound like you're dating the guy, but you know what I mean? Like, yeah, like you have a conversation with Jalen Hurts. You hang out with Joe Flacco. You hang out with, I'll say it, CJ Stroud. Like I'm trying to think of other quarterbacks. To be honest, NFL quarterbacks are kind of lame, and not a lot of them show personalities because they're major investments for billion-dollar franchises. But, you know, now I'm a Cardinals fan. Say, really? Okay. I don't think we've had a Cardinals fan around here. Well, fellas, shoot. And I think someone else in here is a Seahawks fan, right? I think we covered the NFC West officially. Cardinals fan was tough. Let's go, Damien. What's up, man? We stream after every primetime game. Let's go. But I think Jalen Hurts is the same type of guy as, like, not because they're both light skin. I feel like he's funny. I don't think so. I'm with Matt. He's too cryptic. He's too damn cryptic. CJ, yeah, I'd rather. CJ Stroud's super lame. No, CJ Stroud has fun. The podcast with Micah Parsons, it seems like he has fun, dude. CJ Stroud's the kind of guy you go bowling with. The kind of guy you play pool with. The kind of guy you're like, let's just grab some food and talk some shit. That's CJ Stroud. I'd hang out with CJ Stroud. I should, like, change this tier around. QBs I'd like to hang out with. Obviously, Dart is at the top. Gotta be my best buddy. But I wouldn't want to hang out with, like, Jared Goff. Or, God, Patrick Mahomes. Dude, that sounds terrible. CJ Stroud looks upset the backup is winning. Well, yeah, I'd be upset. Who among us wouldn't be pissed if the guy who replaced us is doing better? Honestly. I don't even like CJ Stroud as a quarterback, but there you go. Fuck, I want to bowl with Raj. That's sick. That's sick. Was born in Arizona in 98, so I'm a big Cardinals fan, but a more realistic, down-to-earth type of fan. You kind of have to be as a Cardinals fan. They are, if I'm not mistaken, the losingest franchise in the NFL. Like in NFL history, they're the losingest franchise. And Michael Bidwill is a nightmare of an owner and a terrible human being. However, Cardinals have had some fun teams. Larry Fitzgerald, that, God, I want to say 2016 team? 2017, the NFC Championship team with Carson Palmer, when they beat the Packers. That was a great game. I went to that game, pulling for the Cardinals because, you know, I'd rather go to a Cardinals game than a Chargers game. Because I'm in LA, SoCal. But I'm with you. Patrick Mahomes, imagine hanging out with his wife and brother. Not even that. He just seems lame, dude. Like, again, leaving his wife out the door. That's what George Pickens sent out today. Damn it. I remember now. He put out a picture of Brittany Mahomes and said something like, "We eaten today," on his Instagram story. Immediately took it down. Why? I wonder why. 2015. There we go. What a hell of a run. I would also want to raise money with Brett Favre. I don't know about that. Brett Favre, man. I don't know, dude. I mean, raise money would be cool, but I think, you know... Hanging out with him would be a whole nother thing. He'd talk about like jeans and like, you know, why comedy is just not the same anymore. That's Brett Favre. I'd love to hang out with Judkins. Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, you guys could hit on women. Get it? Hit on. Anyways, you go to a bar with Jalen Hurts, you're winning that night for sure. I mean, maybe, but again, that's he's an accessory. You're using the guy. I'm trying to figure out who I'd like just want to hang out with. Jake Plummer. That's a good pull. Don't know where that came from. What would be the QB blunt rotation all time? Jameis is free. Even though I'd be willing to bet a lot of money Jameis isn't like that, but it's fine. Jameis, even sober. Jameis, let's stay current, because if we go all time, it's going to get all hazy. Actually, no, I think all time would be easy. You get Jameis is in the all time. Let's go 4. Jameis, this is going to be crazy. Ken Stabler, the rattlesnake, if you will. Oh, damn, who else? Jameis Winston, the rattlesnake. Would it be crazy to say Cam Newton? I kind of like would want to hang out with Cam Newton in that context. Like, hey, Cam Newton, you ever smoked a peace pipe before, brother? I don't know. Maybe Cam Newton would get all pretentious with it. I'm trying to think. Who else? Who's a good all-time just like fun QB? I want to say Doug Flutie, but that has really nothing to do with the blunt rotation. I really like the Ken Stabler. Namath. I feel like Namath would be sick. Drew Brees. No, I'm good. I'm good. I want to party with Shador. Cam Newton would be lit. Okay, so Cam Newton, we like the Cam Newton take. Ashkan Kutching is my phone wallpaper. Brian Cushing. TV. We're talking quarterbacks, though. Brian Cushing wasn't a quarterback. I wouldn't. Maybe Tom Brady. It would be cool if like, Jesus, Tom, I didn't know you got high. Anyway. Current guys would suck. I'm looking. Every quarterback right now is current. Current blunt rotation would be terrible. It would be like... You guys aren't going to like this take, but I want my sack back. I'll say this. You guys are going to hate this take, but I don't care. Current QB blunt rotation. Give me Tua. Give me Tua. Let's have a down-ass conversation about what the people are saying, about how everybody on Twitter is all of a sudden a neuro doctor or whatever. A neuroscientist who knows everything. Texas A&M Johnny Football. That's great. Baker. That's another great pick. I should have thrown Baker in there. No Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers, dude, he'd be like... We got to embrace the moment, guys. It's like, dude, Aaron, come on. Take it easy, man. I was thinking Tua, too. Yeah! Among current guys, Mayfield and Manziel. Baker right now is a good call. Baker's good. Among current guys, obviously Jameis, Baker, Tua. I'm going Tua. I don't care. And then last guy within the QB blunt roto. God, you know nightmare would be Russ. Russ would be the worst. The last guy in the dream QB blunt roto. Shador. Russ Bird in the kitchen. Bo Nix. Dude, I would not want to talk to the damn near 30-year-old grown-ass man Bo Nix. God, who else? I got it. I got it. Book it right now today. The dream QB blunt rotation out of current QBs goes as follows. In order. Jameis Winston, Baker Mayfield, Tua. I hope you're... Tua's at 4. Number 3. It's gotta be. I can't believe we didn't say this. Dart. Dart's good. I'm not gonna say Dart though, because he's got to protect that mind. Dart can't be messing around. Gino would be funny. The pick I'm going with, and you guys better give a damn if you guys like it. You better respect it. Give me Mac Jones. Give me Mac Jones in the blunt rotation. I dare anyone to disagree with that. That Mac Jones would be hilarious. Best QB that plays COD. I thought about Kyler, but I was like, nah. Kyler's nah. I'm good. He says this ain't shit. Lace it with ayahuasca. Lace it with Fent, probably. Yeah. Tua, Jameis, Tua, Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett, man. Dart would be a good pick, though. Dart would be fun. But Dart would just be like, look, Dart's 23, I want to say. Crazy take. Really? I was waiting for you guys to be like, yes! Mac Jones! Huzzah! This guy gets it. JD5 would be so much better. I don't know JD5's personality like that. Might be a good take, honestly. Might be a good take, JD5. We should just... we should make a tier list. Rudolph. Oh my god. Top 10 people I wouldn't want to have. Mason Rudolph, dude. Mac Jones seems like the white boy that would sag his pants hanging with the cool kids. Yeah, well, so does Jackson Dart, if we're being fair. You know? At least Mac Jones could, like, you know, be like, ah, who wants chips? You know? Lamar, probably a good one. Lamar would be a good one. Yeah, you're probably right. Lamar would probably be fun. I was kind of, I don't know, I was kind of tiptoeing around Josh Allen. Burrow's a good point. I got to add Burrow to the hill also. Burrow's a good pick. Yeah, Burrow is a good one. Damn, Burrow's a good one. On a scale of 1 to 10, where are you guys at with Dan Jones in this discussion? Where does Dan Jones fall in the blunt rotation? That would either be the funniest, greatest night ever, or the lamest thing you've ever experienced. Dart seems like the nerdy white boy who would study. Yeah, he seems like the kind of loser that would care about his grades. Where are we at with Dan Jones in the blunt roto? 10. You're not gonna burn one with Quinn Ewers. We got nickel 9.99. Let's go. Dart would fit in though. Mac Jones is like Kirk O'Chain's light. That's fair, but it would be like, Mac, do something funny. Could you imagine Mac Jones and Jameis Winston having a conversation? Could you imagine that? I'm just saying. Just baked. Dart cheated on his girlfriend with 7 women, by the way. I saw that. Hey. Jacoby Brisket, another good pick. But again, I don't know Jacoby Brissett's like... Is he like cool? Like I don't like watch Jacoby Brissett press conferences, so like I could be wrong on that. I like that Matt said 10 on the Dan Jones question though. Smoke with JJ, which alter ego do you get? Oh my god, it's like a Jekyll and Hyde thing. It's like it's like, which guy are you gonna get? It's like 9. He's just like, then JJ McCarthy's all silly, smiling, cheesing. Dak, we did not forget about Dak. Dak would be like, all right, guys, let's get hydrated. Let's drink some water. We'd hate to like, you know, have fun. He's from Texas, you know, he needs a hit. No, man. Dak's fine. Dak's got the power of friendship. That's fire. Wish my QB did that. If you smoke with JJ. Exactly. You wish Michael Penix cheated on his girlfriend in college. But instead, he cheated on his ACL. Aaron Rodgers would bring perks instead of some kush. I fucking love Oshkon, man. Yeah, he would, though. I'm sure all these guys would, to be honest with you. They'd all be like, can we just take, like, Oxy and, like, go to bed? Like, football is hard. What about Caleb Williams? Uncreative 2 is throwing his name in the hat. Or her, I don't know. Throwing their name in the hat. What about Caleb Williams? I think that would be probably one of the worst options. Genuinely. For a QB blunt rotation, you know, like, should I just pull up, you know, we're going to change this. We're going to pull up I got to download this really quick. There we go. All right. Done. Again, I'm on tier maker, but you know, who cares? Okay, let's do this, right? Let's go to presentation mode, because let's just get the quarterback names out. Mitch Trubisky, he qualifies. Again, these are all every quarterback outside of Joe Burrow that's taken a snap this season, okay? But yeah, Caleb Williams, man, I feel like he'd be one of the worst, to be honest with you. Like, he'd just be like, guys, like, you know, oh, I'm used to something stronger, something better. It's like, okay, Caleb, Jesus. Dak seems like he'd be the Adam Sandler type water boy. Yes, exactly. Exactly. And you know what? Justin Herbert would be a real buzzkill too. I don't think Justin Herbert, he does look like he, like, you know, he lives in California, so I'm sure, and from Oregon to California, I'm sure Justin Herbert is like, you know, burned one, if you will. But I feel like it would just be kind of lame. Be like, so Justin Herbert, what's it like being 6'6" and dating a supermodel? Must be fun, right? And he'd be like, yeah, but my offensive line sucks. Thanks. Hold on, perks with Raj would be so fun. Jay Cutler would be awesome. Jay Cutler would be awesome, I think. Mike McDaniel will fentanyl. That's his game. He just laces them with bath salts. That way he doesn't have to pay to his contract. Jay Herbert would suck. Agreed. Gotta bring Joe Montana. Not prime Joe, but 6-year-old Joe. Fair enough. Maybe he'd go in the Hall of Fame. The Hall of Fame for blunt rotation quarterbacks. Tyler Shuck, hear me out. I'll hear you out. You gotta elaborate more on that one. I'll hear you out, though. The 25-year-old, he looks like a youth pastor. He does. And again, no shade. Like, I'm a youth coach, but he doesn't look like a fun time, Tyler Shuck. Stafford would be weirdly fun. I feel like he'd offer wisdom. You're such a cornball, Oshkon. Stafford would not be weirdly fun. He's like 36. Not that age matters, but I'm like, man, like, Stafford's like lived a full life. I don't need wisdom. I need laughs. I need jokes. Guys that aren't taking this whole thing too seriously. Like, low key, and this is kind of like an off the wall take. The second time I brought this up, Cam Ward would be pretty fun in a blunt rotation. He'd be pretty funny, dude. This guy, he's like, I'm gonna keep it a buck. We asked, dude. He shoots from the hip. I bet you Cam Ward behind closed doors is freaking hilarious, dude. I bet you Cam Ward is really funny, and I'm sure he'd be a hell of a time. I imagine Flacco as a trip sitter. That's a good take. That's honestly, among all quarterbacks, Flacco's probably the best trip sitter. Worst, Gino. Gino would be fun. I forgot who said it. It probably was Otis. Gino would be kind of fun too. Gino would be hilarious. He's funny, man. Shuck better than Shador. In the blunt rotation, maybe. As a quarterback, no way. Shador's king. Come on. He had 1 week of practice. He's undefeated. Perfect timing. Jay Herbert would be immediately banned from the premises. Yeah. Yeah, his awkward ass. He'd probably like trip over himself. The videos of them making fun of each other are hilarious. Yeah, Cam and Shador in the rotation will be a great one. Yeah, and they are funny. They're both pretty damn funny. Watson. ... Oh, man. Watson. Alan, the kind of go on a rant. Chris is here. Congratulations, Chris. We're talking about which quarterbacks to have in the blunt rotation, but we did talk about Cincy. Congratulations. Hooday. Did I miss anything? Alan, the kind of go on a rant about referee and its danger. Or reefer. Oh, reefer. Guys, you know, my girlfriend, my wife Haley, says not to do this. And I went to North Dakota State, so I don't know how to have fun. I'm Josh Allen. I lose in the playoffs. Anyway, with Cam Ward, I'll make sure to forget my Cardinals jersey. Yeah. Again, if that game didn't break a certain way, we may still be talking about a winless Titans team. And then my take of them losing every game would be completely vindicated. Unfortunately, the Cardinals are great at losing, as we know. Is there anyone we missed to discuss in the blunt rotation? Trevor would be lame. Trevor would be so lame. Like, I'm sure Trevor does. I'm certain Trevor does smoke, by the way. But Trevor, he would just, like, probably sit there, hand the ball off, wait for it, you know, not do anything, not say anything. Darnold would be a nightmare. Darnold would be one of the worst, to be honest with you. Darnold would suck in the blunt rotation. Can we do this for other positions? This is amazing. Other positions would get out of scope. And to be honest with you, I'd be hard-pressed to find a wide receiver that I wouldn't want to smoke with. You know what I mean? Like current or like, you know, like Edelman. And that's just a random name. Edelman. Victor Cruz. Who else? Calvin Johnson. I'm sure all these guys did smoke pregame. Maybe not Jules, but you know. Like, wait, why haven't we talked about Bryce Young? Because Bryce Young would suck, man. Bryce Young, dude, he'd be like, guys, can we get some food? I'm hungry. I'm trying to put on some weight, guys. Come on. Come on, guys. Can we order some food? My ESPN says I'm 204, but I'm actually 180. I'm Bryce Young. These are the worst impressions ever. I'm just having fun. Throwing stuff at the wall. Jameis is def in the blunt rotation. For sure. For sure. No, like, punters and kickers. Well, we know where Harrison Butker's going. Okay, really quick. Let's just do a, like, dream blunt rotation kicker edition. Just because that is a funny idea. I'm just going to go off the cuff here. Guy, I don't even know kickers like that. I mean, like, I do, but I don't know kickers' personalities. I couldn't even tell you. I thought Justin Tucker was a good time, and then, you know, I found out he wasn't. Man. The thicker kicker. I'm sure he would be funny. God, that's tough. Youngwei Koo. What are the kickers? Brandon Aubrey? Maybe. Bryce went to our rival high school. Bro was definitely smacking the pen. Yes, Ashkan, I know. He played us. I was on the field. It was sick. Cam Little. There you go. If it's all the time I want. Give me Vinatieri. That's not bad. I feel like if I saw... You guys probably... I mean, you might know who he is. Sebastian Janikowski comes up to mind. If I was, you know, if I was baked and I saw Sebastian Janikowski, I think I'd have a bad trip. I really think I would. I'd like freak out. Like, what's this guy's deal? But that's just me. All-time kickers. I'm trying to think. Matt Prater. I don't know, man. Kickers don't really have, like, does destroying count? Does he count? I don't know. I don't even know kickers' personalities like that. That's why QBs is fun, because I feel like we have a good influencing on a ball. This is awesome. Welcome to the streams, guys. Justin Tucker. Pat McAfee would count. Loop. Okay. Janikowski was awesome. Go Raiders. Prater, Bills kicker. Maybe. I don't know, man. Who's the punter that was cool? Marquette King was cool for a little bit. He was like athletic, but also, yep, there you go. American Dragon. We were on the same page. That was the cool punter that everyone liked. Graham Gano, he's getting left out of the party, that's for sure. Jake Elliott seems like a total square. Brandon Aubrey, I'm just going to go to the divisions. Brandon Aubrey would be kind of cool, I guess. Joey Sly, who cares? Mr. Missed a Point After. I don't even know if he's the Commander's kicker anymore. I'm trying to think. Zane Gonzalez, Pinheiro, Blake Groupie. None of these guys really jump off the page. Nah. Matt Gay, maybe, for the name. I don't know. I feel like Jake Bates kind of has a personality. I don't know. Jake Bates. He seems cool. I don't know. Will Reichard. I'm sure he's a total square. Will Reichard's probably such a dweeb. Who else am I missing here? NFC North. No. South. No, I covered them. West. I don't even know kickers like that. Matt Prater, I guess. Oh, boy. I don't know. This exercise sucks because kickers suck. No, we could do the big boys. Brad Wing. There you go. John Hecker. There you go. Brad Wing. I hated Zane Gonzalez. Moody. Jake Moody. Just be like, well, so what's up, Jake Moody? But yeah, man. CJ Racer, Dicker the kicker. There we are. Zane was an absolute washed wipe. I don't remember kickers' personalities like that. That's the only thing. Having fun. We got CJ Racer here. We got Chris here. All right. Happy Thanksgiving. Have a great night. We win in the Super Bowl. Damn straight, Chris. Drop a like if you're still here. Who cares about kickers? I only know their name when they miss. Yeah, fair enough. A Giants fan like Jarvis, like me, would be like, kickers. Who needs them? But Graham Gano is certainly last on that list. But I'm having fun with this blunt rotation thing. I don't know who floated that question, but you started a real dialogue, whoever that was. So thanks for throwing that out there. Man. But yeah, once again, drop a like if you haven't already. Dicker's a super religious straight edge guy, I think. I got to look at NFL kickers. That's it. We just got to look at the list. I don't think it's a bad exercise. I really don't. I just feel like... Okay. Let's just see. Oh, I'll just go to the stats. Duh. There we go. Okay. Kicking. All right. Harrison Bucker would be a snooze. I think Will Folk is like just a solid fantasy kicker. That has nothing to do with this conversation, but I think Will Folks is a solid guy. God, man. I couldn't tell you a single thing about these guys. Brandon McManus is a for sure no. Jake Moody's a for sure no. Jude McTappany, I can't believe I just said his name. Ray Davis apparently got a kick this year. That's nuts. Yeah, man, I don't... Jason Myers is reliable in fantasy, I'll say that much. And Kaimi Fairbairn, I think he's UCLA, so he's definitely, you know, burned one or two. Maybe Fairbairn? Sure, let's go Fairbairn. Why not? You know my hot take is that special teams shouldn't exist. Yeah, that is your hot take. I forgot about that, but now I remember. That is a good take. Butker would call me various slurs. Football would be so much funner if they went for it on fourth every time. But that eliminates the strategy, Jarv. The strategy. That was me. Thank you, Matt Rod07. Throwing the idea out there. This is fun. Do head coaches now. The head coaches are... Okay, we're going to close with head coaches. That's what we're going to do. That's a great idea. Okay, 2025 NFL head coaches. Can I just I hope there's a list. Just give me a list. We don't need the whole spiel. Is this all of them? Perfect. Okay. We're just gonna go dream. Okay, I'm gonna present my dream blunt rotation right now. Obviously, this goes without saying. This is the freest one on the list. Dan Campbell is the biggest slam dunk on this whole list. Dan Campbell is a for sure. Okay. I'll say this too. You guys might not like it. Mike McDaniel is definitely earning his way. Sean McVay is definitely earning his way. So that leaves one last spot. Need a wild card, a personality type, someone who could really fire everyone up. And I'm between two names here. If Saleh was a head coach still, I'd pick Saleh. But he is not. We need some spunk. And I'm not going Vrabel. I'm between Raheem Morris and Miko. We're going Miko. D'Amico Ryans. Liam Cohen would be hilarious. Liam Cohen would be funny. Want a rotation with Mason Rudolph and Myles Garrett. Ball knowledge required. Jude. Tomlin. Really? You guys would want to smoke with Tomlin? I wouldn't. Be like, I'm good, frankly. I'm okay, Mike. You can leave it. McDaniel probably bought that shit. Yeah, no, I think McDaniel's a good pick. Raheem Moron. I thought about it, but I'm not going to go with it. I'm going Miko. I just think like a coach who gets fired up on the sidelines, like a Robert Saleh type. And I think Raheem Morris is supposed to be that guy, but Miko is way better at filling that spot. Because you get Miko and you get Dan Campbell. You guys, you're going to go on an adventure for sure. Easily. I also don't think Pete Carroll would be a funny pick. Pete Carroll would be funny. It'd be hilarious to sit down and just roll one with Pete Carroll and be like, so man, what's it like being 87? Aaron Glenn. Oh, that's a great pick. I didn't even think about Aaron Glenn. Aaron Glenn would be hilarious. But I feel like Aaron Glenn's kind of a drill sergeant. Pete Carroll and Dan Campbell in the blunt rotation. Yeah, you see, everyone's agreeing on Dan Campbell. Sirianni would piss me off. Yeah, I agree. Agreed. Ben Johnson would piss me off. McDermott would piss me off. I like Harbaugh, but... How do we feel about Jim Harbaugh in this context? Jim Harbaugh? that's Stoner Cat through 2089. Saw this in my recommended. What we doing? Well, we were recapping the games, and if you're new around here, we stream for every primetime game. But now we're talking about coaches that you'd like to share a blunt with. The Dream Coach Blunt Rotation. And I feel like that Stoner Cat is the type of channel to stumble upon this moment. How do we not see Brian Schottenheimer? He gets the locker room hype. Brian Schottenheimer is a good outside pick. And just as a quick actual football aside, Brian Schottenheimer, even though the Cowboys are 6-6, 6-5, whatever, 7-5, whatever the Cowboys are, Brian Schottenheimer deserves a lot of credit. He was a real head-scratching coach sign. It was like, who the hell is this guy? He's doing pretty well, all things considered. He's doing pretty well. Jim Harbaugh, how do we feel about Jim Harbaugh, though? I'm kind of iffy on it. I feel like he might be a little too extra. I think he might be like, oh, guys, come on. Let's go attack. It's like, Jesus, Jim. Just trying to hang out. But KOC would be weirdly funny. That's a good pick. KOC would be hilarious. Be like, sorry. I always said Jim Harbaugh kind of looked like Rob Drydeck. I don't see it. From Wild and Out, I don't see it. Like I don't see it, man. I want to, but I don't see it. Oh man! All right, Andy Reid. I was gonna wait until someone said Andy Reid. Andy Reid would be a curveball, that's for sure. Andy Reid would be weird. CJ Racer, what are you, some sort of sex addict or something? Jarvis definitely asking to hand it to Lynch if you had another chance. Yeah, that's a good point. If you could, I'm sure he'd be like, yeah, duh. Older Rob. All right. Still disagree, but fair enough. I mean, Jim Harbaugh is older, so it's kind of tough to say he looks like an older Rob. But hey, I feel like McDaniel's the dude we can't expect to be top choice, but at first you sent him green out 5 minutes in. McDaniels is the top choice. I doubt McDaniels would green out. I'm sure McDaniels is like I'm sure it'd be like a normal, just like blunt rotation, just be like, hey, pass, puff, puff, pass. And then McDaniels like, hold on, check this out. He takes out like a 6-foot bong. He's like, this is what I'm about, guys. It's been a long season. McDaniel got exposed for hitting the vape on the sideline. Yeah, no, he's cool like that, for sure. Brian Dable, you got to give him McDonald's to be happy. Yeah, Brian Dable, he gets the munchies. That's Brian Dabes. Nick Sirianni would be terrible, though. I'd much rather burn one with Andy Reid and like maybe 29 other coaches than Nick Sirianni. Well, Nick Sirianni would be cool for like 30 minutes, I think. Have some laughs, be like, this guy ain't half bad. And then he's like, all right, guys, I'm gonna head out. It's like, okay, perfect. He left half an hour in. That is great. He'd definitely be down with the season he's having right now, sadly. Yeah, Stoner Cat, you got a team? we're trying to get a fan of every fan base in here, so let us know. And anyone else that's like popping in here. It's tough to keep track of everyone, but you know what? We're trying to do it. Shanahan would be bad. I heard he's an asshole. Kyle Shanahan would be the worst. One of the worst for sure. Shane Steichen would be kind of random. I think the jury's still out on Shane Steichen. Sean Payton. Oh my God. Sean Payton would be terrible. It'd be like, oh dude, Sean Payton would be like, and here's what I thought. Sean Payton would be the guy who's like, guys, I just figured something out. Guys. And then he'd say something like ridiculous. Be like, 7 times 3 is 21. And it's like, all right, Sean, you're not that smart. Why don't you take a break? Packers right now, so I'm having a good Thanksgiving. Okay, we've got Packers checked off. It's always off topic random. Is it always this off topic and random? Because if so, I'm tuning into every stream from now on. Well, we have a thing. I have a graphic that'll kind of show you what kind of stream this is. We stream during the Sunday games, and at halftime of the first window of games, we do the Hunna's halftime hinge update. So yeah, the stream gets a little out of hand sometimes. So yes, welcome, uncreative. Well, we love having new people around here and recurring people. It's a fun community. The Hunnaballers or whatever name, just people who like sports that are tuned in. Sean Payton would be bad. Ben Johnson would suck. I agree. I feel like Dan Campbell would yell at me if the blunt started to canoe, but it would be like funny. Like, come on, man. Dan Campbell talks like the Big Lebowski. Well, he talks like the dude from the film, The Big Lebowski. And that's perfect. That is exactly, Dan Campbell smokes. You know he does. Like, for certain. I wouldn't want to be in a blunt rotation with Mike Tomlin. Mike McDonald, I feel like I don't know enough about Mike McDonald. And even Todd Bowles. Todd Bowles has been coaching for 8 seasons, and I'm like, I don't know. Dan Quinn's a for sure no. I think someone said Dan Quinn early on. I wouldn't care for that. I don't know. Maybe it's the Manders thing. You tell me to get off the porch if I didn't light it correctly. If you're going to piss like a puppy, then get off the porch. Yeah, Matt Rod says Dan Quinn. I don't think so. I'm just not a Dan Quinn guy. I think it's just the Manders bias. I don't know, man. Mike Kafka. That doesn't count. If anyone, Carmen Brasillo. Throw Carmen Brasillo. If we're doing assistant coaches, Carmen Brasillo in there. You know what? This is totally random, and I'm gonna sound bad. This is gonna sound bad as someone who doesn't watch college. Even as a Packers fan, I'd love being in blunt rotation with Campbell, man. Yeah, it's what I mean. Like, man, screw you, but you're all right. This is gonna sound wild. I would bet a considerable amount of money that the UCLA interim head coach is a mega pothead. Not Tim Skipper. Wait, is it Tim Skipper or is it, wait, the new guy who always does the fake punts? Is it Tim Skipper? Wait, I'm so lost. Okay, this whole point just fell apart. Tim Skipper looks like the guy who got fired. I'm so confused. Isn't this the guy? Is this the guy who got fired, or is this someone else? All right, I guess he's the interim head coach. All right, never mind. I thought this was someone else. I thought. Wait a minute. I thought this dude, the blonde guy. This picture's not gonna do me any good. I thought this blonde guy was the interim coach. Whatever. Who cares? This is why college sucks. Completely derails the whole convo. Now you're talking about the blonde guy. Yeah, exactly. I thought he was the interim coach. Lane Kiffin will be funny as hell, man. Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Belichick is the adult that catches you and be like, come on, guys, what are we doing here? Seriously! Come on, guys, let's be mature here. Let me just go date my 24-year-old girlfriend. Todd Bowles seems like he'd be hella chill in a smoke out. He'd be chill. He'd be chill. That's a good point. He'd be very chill. Oshkon knows what I meant. 09 Rex Ryan. I want to like that take. I do. I really want to agree with you, Jarv, but to be honest, I just cannot stand Rex Ryan and his stupid teeth. You're probably right. If we go back, okay, let's do the real quick. All-time coach, blunt rotation. I'm not going to count Kurt, guys, because that would be lame. Oh, man, this is tough. Off rip. Bill Walsh. I feel like that guy's got things to say. Bill Walsh. I'm going. Gruden, easy. Herm Edwards. You play to win the game. Herm Edwards. I feel like I'm missing some obvious ones here. Damn, who am I missing? Ditka would be so lame. Mike Ditka would be the worst. Tom Coughlin would be such a terrible hang. Man, I'm stuck on this last one. All-time coaches. Ben McAdoo looked like the Big Lebowski, but he sucked. All-time coaches. Damn, I want to think of one more before I look at the comments, because I'm sure you guys have great picks. Damn it. There's got to be someone that... God, Hugh Jackson, could you imagine? I'm really trying to, like, think deep pull. Oh, man. Oh, duh. John Madden. Hello. Dead or alive, John Madden. Cash money. Oh, my God. Easy. I was thinking Bill Cowher. Yeah, Stoner Cat, John Madden. There we go. I just looked. Okay. Mike Singletary, that would be fun. He'd say some interesting stuff. Tony Dungy, he's definitely chill. Bill Cowher, I would say Gruden, but he might call me a slur. Barry Switzer, that's interesting. Mike Ditka, yeah, what are you, a cop, man? John Madden is an easy pick, though. Tony Dungy would be cool, but I'm going Herm. Yeah, I think Bill Walsh would be sick, though. That's the kind of guy I'd be like, let's talk shop here for a second. Bill Parcells probably is a square. Who knows, though? Bill Parcells is probably a Coke guy, honestly, if we're being honest. I love saying honestly if we're being honest. Such a productive statement. Man. Where else could you find sports talk like this? Another crazy sip of this water. Urban Meyer. Oh, get Urban Meyer. Get Urban Meyer, OJ, Aaron Hernandez, and yourself. Grab a peace pipe. We could do owners. Let's get Jerry up there. All right, let's do owners. All right, really quick, let's do owners. Provided they're paying the bill. All right, NFL owners. This one's gonna be quick because I hate these guys, to be honest with you. But current owners of the NFL teams. Okay, I don't need a whole article, man. Let's just list it, right? Oh, lordy. Okay. Let's just do a quick perusal through all of our options, then I'll give you my take. Okay, obviously not Dave Tepper, by the way. And George McCaskey, Mike Brown, Haslam, Jerry. Someone's going to say Jerry. Carly Ursay Gordon, that's an easy pick. I'm just going to spoil it. Carly Ursay Gordon's a good pick. That's cash money for you. Clark Hunt, cheap bastard. Mark Davis, cheap bastard. Dean Spanos, yeah, that guy can't hire anyone to save his life. Stan Kroenke's a good pick. Stephen Ross is a good pick. Bob Krass, no thanks. Gail Benson, apparently she's a nice lady, but no thanks. John Mara, I'm good. Woody Johnson, I'd rather die. Jeffrey Lurie, I mean, he knows how to run a football team. Rooney, Jed York, Jody Allen, sister of Paul Allen. Let's see Paul Allen's card. Obviously, that's not the guy. Brian Glazer, maybe. Amy Adams Strunk, never heard of her. And Josh Harris. Well, does Magic Johnson count as an owner? Because if Magic Johnson counts, I'm picking Magic. Okay. Not Urban Meyer's going to kick if you drop the blunt. Les Snead. Yeah, I think Les Snead's good. Jerry Jones, the Cowboys owner, the guy who sold his soul to the devil. Yeah, no, I don't think Jerry is the great idea. The entire state of Wisconsin. Yeah, if that counts. Yeah, the publicly owned Packers. There we go. Owners low-key suck. Yeah, but I think we could squeeze 4 out of here. I think we could squeeze 4 out of here for sure, especially if we count Magic. I think Stephen Ross seems like a good guy. Stan Kroenke, that's a good pick. That's 2 right now. Carly Ursay Gordon, that's so free. And out of the rest, Bidwell, no thanks. Out of the rest, Ziggy Wilf seems like he's like funny at the bare minimum. Jeffrey Lurie would be cool, but like, you know, again, Eagles, yuck. Did I count Magic? Yeah, let's just throw Magic in there. So again, yeah, Magic / this ownership group, because I feel like Josh Harris can get down. So let's go Magic, Stephen Ross, Kroenke, and Carly Ursay Gordon. Simple. And if Al Davis was alive, Al would be number 1. Easy. Magic Johnson owns pretty much 90% of everything at this point, honestly. You're not wrong. Magic has diversified his assets. He's like Shaq. Can't pass that back and forth to him. Yeah, no, seriously. These owners would be like, yeah, well, I'm going to take 90% of the joint and leave you with 10%, and you're going to thank me for it. Like, cool. Way to make the room fun, Rob Walton. Jerry. God, all right. This is hilarious. Oh, man, it's a great day. It was Underdog Thanksgiving. And it was a Thanksgiving miracle. Oh, man. Appreciate all the new people that are in here. It's fun. We do this after every primetime game. It's a nice little hangout spot, nice little safe space on YouTube to talk sports. And there's nothing you can say to chirp me, try shit on me, disrespect my work. When I played through pain, I'm a Giants fan. So anything is fair game. I meant that for another reason. You know the reason they made him retire early from the NBA, but that's okay too. Oh, Magic. Oh. Oh. You didn't preface you were talking about Magic. Yeah, okay, I get the joke now, Ashkan. I get the joke. You weren't making a class statement, you were making an AIDS statement. Anyways. Boy. Having a lot of fun with this stream, but it is getting late, fellas. And it's damn near 3 o'clock on the East. So definitely sub now. Love playful football banner. It's why I love the sport. I appreciate that, Stoner Cat. You're the man, dude. Appreciate that. We're building something here. It's nice to hear that. So what is a productive conversation? This is the productive conversation. Who wants to talk sports? Everyone's got an opinion on sports. Let's talk sports adjacent things. Movies. How quarterbacks should be in a blunt rotation. Whether or not Jordan Love should be working at McDonald's. All kinds of layers to this. But yeah, man. But it is getting late. And, you know, normally these streams go like an hour and a half. So we're doing overtime now. But I'm not mad at it. I'm having fun. But, yeah, fellas. So I think I'm gonna let you guys go to bed, you know. Don't hold up for me. Don't wait up for me. I'm on the West Coast, so it's getting late for me. It's 11:30 on Turkey Day. I got leftovers to eat, as I'm sure you do as well. One thing I want to say in a public forum, Black Friday is a total sham. So if you're looking to buy the deals tomorrow, just don't. Don't be an everyday consumer. You can get the same deals any other time. Many companies are in the middle of lawsuits because they're fabricating sale prices. Mahi is here. Jordan Love versus Drake May Super Bowl gonna feed families. Yeah, I don't think it's gonna happen. I think the Patriots have a better shot. Bobby Boucher in a blunt rotation. That doesn't count. That's fictional characters. If we get into fictional characters, this conversation is gonna blow way out of proportion. That's not allowed. Wonder if that one is watching from the jail he works at. John, he joined for a second to talk about the Jets, but I think he split. AirPods not always $70, bro. Are AirPods on sale for $70? Well, hold on. Maybe I'm buying into this Black Friday thing. Where are AirPods on sale for 70 bucks? Hold on. Maybe Apple's doing it right. Let's see. Where are you getting AirPods 4 which are on sale for 69 bucks? That's not true. No way. Hold on. Hold on. I might have to make a purchase. Wait a minute. It says it's on Amazon. We're going to find out really quick, fellas. I'm going to Amazon really quick, which I shouldn't be doing on this stream. I'm supposed to be like against the system, but I got to check this out. Hold on. And I'm doing this on another tab because I'm not trying to put my location on blast. Whoa! AirPods 4, 70 bucks? Ah, this isn't even my location. I'm not even signed in. Look at this! Not to yell. Look, whoa! All right. Maybe, just maybe. American Dragon Son knows what he's talking about. You're getting AirPods, not AirPods. What? This is sold by Apple. What are you talking about? These are Apple licensed. But they don't have noise cancellation, do they? They just have sweat resistance. Yeah, I'm so sure. Target might also be 70. Okay. Then you can catch a deal on AirPods if anyone's looking for them. Geez, I need AirPods, man. But I have Apple Care, so I just like going in and changing them. 70 bucks, though, for new headphones is not crazy. God, they're giving this stuff away. Well, damn. Anyone got any other good Black Friday deals they found? Damn, maybe I'm just speaking out of turn here. I guess I don't know. I guess I don't know. Damn. This is not my location, or else I'd feel like I'm putting myself on blast. I am not in Riverside. And you wouldn't even know which Riverside, because there's multiple throughout the state, throughout the country. Anyways, I'm pretty sure Apple Care is more expensive than the damn headphones here. Like AirPods Pro 3, they're more expensive. Look at this. AirPods Pro 3 are $219. When you get the foam tips and some noise cancellation, or AirPods 4, $70. You guys ever heard of this little known brand called Apple? They sell phones and headphones. They're great. Bring back the good old days where people used to fade in a Best Buy over TVs. That's the problem. No ball knowledge. Go back to blunt rotations. No, we will. We will. I'll build a whole list. We'll return. But yeah, fellas, AirPods are on sale, and I think we've said all we need to for QB and coach and owner and kicker blunt rotations for one night. This is the other tier list, but yeah, guys, and these are the picks. So we covered a lot tonight. We did. I hate Black Friday because I always have things I need throughout the year, and when Black Friday comes around, I always forget what I need to check for the sales. I still feel like the whole thing's one big sham, but apparently I'm wrong. There are some good places that are on sale. I think Cyber Monday is the better holiday. So, you know, just don't buy like an air fryer you don't need. I guess that's my budgeting advice. Not that you guys need it. I have like no money of my own. But I'm just saying, like, don't buy the stupid, don't like, you know, impulse buy some bullshit kitchen stuff you don't even need. Blunt rotations and Black Friday deals. Peak Hunnaball stream. Yes. Yes. And by the way, we'll be back tomorrow. So maybe we could shop some deals tomorrow. Maybe that should be what the stream's about. Black Friday shopping with Hunnaball. Who wants to talk about Bears Eagles when you could find some deals? Oh boy. But yeah, man. Anyways, fellas, this has been a great stream. I've had a lot of fun, but it is getting late, and I'm gonna call it now. But this has been super fun. Let me refresh the page. This looks gross. Purchase financially responsibly, people. Yes. Yes. Exactly. For the record, I'm taking Eagles -7. As you can see right here, Eagles -7. That's my pick for tomorrow. And today was awesome. It was an underdog Thanksgiving. If you're new around here, we stream after every primetime game. If there is football, there will be a Hunnaball stream that night. That much I can promise you, at least through the end of this season. At least. No matter what. But yeah, drop a like, subscribe, and, you know, always be ready to join and defend your opinion and give us your 2 cents. But the new people that joined, welcome. And the people that are regulars, I appreciate you. Anybody who has filtered in, regardless of their input, I am grateful for you and thankful for each and every one of you. This has been a hell of a season, and it's always fun hopping on here and talking some shop with the best football group of people I could ever imagine. Max Yeager, you have 2 goats next to each other in the green tier. Say them. All right. 2 goats. What, Jordan Love and CJ Stroud? Bryce Young and Brissett. This feels like a guessing game. Bryce Young and Davis Mills. Jameis and Joe Flacco. Jameis and Aaron Rodgers. I guess I'm gonna have to take a rain check on that one, Max Yeager 40. We're just wrapping the stream up, but I appreciate you stopping by, Max. But I appreciate it. I'm grateful for all you guys. Again, we'll be back tomorrow night, and we'll be back on Sunday, and we'll be back on Monday, and back on Thursday. Cycle never ends. Got an extra stream coming this week, because why the hell not? Black Friday football. But yeah, guys, have a kick-ass night. Happy Turkey Day. And don't go crazy on Black Friday. That's my little advice there as a financially responsible adult. And yeah, you guys have a kick-ass rest of your night. Enjoy your time with your family, friends, food, football. See ya. Hunna Ball.